Shalom, Kum Yashala. Yahabashim Yashai Barak Atham. Shalom, welcome.
Shalom Yashala.
Turn me off mute there. Welcome to Friday class. Hey, mute them up.
Yeah, if you want to call, mute up, because you got the your TV on or the lesson on in the background. Just for anybody new that's on the call and don't know the rules, as the class is going on and you may have a question about the class, to get in there, you would say either Salakia or excuse me and wait to be acknowledged. Brothers will acknowledge you while the lesson is going on if you have a question. Just be patient and make sure brothers acknowledge you before you just come out speaking. For the people that's on the call, you are the priority when it gets to the question and answer portion of the class. The call has priority, then it goes to the clubhouse, and then the YouTube is last. So anybody on the YouTube, we can get the numbers scrolling at the bottom. We got the number scrolling at the bottom with the access code. If you got a question, call in. You know, and I just broke down how you would get acknowledged. So just be patient with us, Israel.
All right, Khan, Shalom, everybody. Welcome to the class. All right, Kum Yashala. We doing 3 simul streams. We on the call. You see the number at the bottom in the passcode. We on the Clubhouse, and we're also live on YouTube. We're here to take your questions and give answers, and also edification on your Sabbath. All right. Peace and safety to the elect in the 4 corners of the earth. We are the sons of thunder Israelites. It's our heart's desire and prayer for Israel that they might be saved. All right. It's a lot going on in the world right now. And what we're doing is trying to stay consistent, bringing you quality content, all right, and spiritual food to uplift you in these last days. All right. And we need a lot of uplifting, man. And if you've been under a rock, you might not know that being a Hebrew Israelite is the hot topic right now.
Yes. Again.
Right.
It's like it's like a cycle that goes, you know, every couple months. Some celebrity is finding out, and it just gets popping.
That's right.
Same thing as when Kendrick Lamar said, "Don't call me black no more. I'm an Israelite." And had this skit with his cousin talking about Deuteronomy. Everybody was cool on being an Israelite for a minute. All right. Now Kanye is talking about it and going on a full campaign. First, we was the 12 tribes of Judah. Right. Now we're the 12 tribes of Israel. That's right. He's getting better. Okay. Right. If you check our last Sabbath class before last week, but go a couple weeks ago, we was telling you Kanye is not done being taught. He got more to learn about this truth. And guess what? We giving this life's water free, man.
That's right.
All right. Revelation 21, pursuant to Revelation 22 and 1, it'll tell you that a clear water is going to come out of the throne of the Lamb and out of God, man. Right. And that clear water is the pure doctrine. And the pure doctrine is the truth of this thing, not the sensationalism, not the interesting, buzzworthy part of this thing, but the truth of this thing, man. Sister told me the other day that King David is back on the scene and in rulership. And I said, what does he teach? And she was confounded. Wow. If King David is back on the scene, what does he teach? Right. I don't know, but he says he's in rule. If King David is back on the scene, he'd be teaching those laws, statutes, and commandments and how to please the Most High God. That's how we would know that King David is back on the scene. Man.
That should be an easy answer, even if she had to make that up. That should be an easy answer.
Hey, we're getting far and few in between from proper leaders, and leadership is so important, and leadership is hard. You know what? One thing that's a part of leadership is judgment and repercussion. See, a leader has to choose his life. You can be friends and have brothers and be likable, or you can make a standard and stand on it, which is going to come with loneliness and people disliking you. This is what a leader has to choose from. Me, I've been towing the line. I've been trying to bring judgment when it's necessary and be cool as I possibly can be. And it ain't working. I'm telling you now, brothers get tired of you telling them what to do. Some brothers just don't listen if they don't see consequences. Some brothers is looking for you to be lenient with another brother so they can use it as an excuse for them to do something. They're not focused. Very few people are looking at the big picture and the dream of what the camp's goal and purpose is. Very few people focused on that. I don't know what other brothers in other camps is going through. And I don't know what they're doing to keep order. All I know how to do is stay in this book, right? And either you can be around or you can't. And if you're around, you sticking to the book. If you're not around, you doing your own thing. All right. We're not here to do our own thing. We're here to be one body. That's right. And one mind and one spirit. All right. And that's going to cause people to love you. It's also going to cause some people to hate you. All right. And one thing I learned about leadership is you can't be concerned with that. A leader has to have a forward facing viewpoint. All right. Human beings' eyes is in the front of their head, man. We look forward, man. You look at a goat, his eyes is on the side of his head. He look around. He worried about what's going to happen to him. He's a prey animal, right? His eyes on the side of his head. I can see that wolf coming. I see that mountain lion coming, man. Human being, our eyes is on the front of our head, man. We look forward. We have a goal that we're trying to acquire. And we made in the image of God. So that's supposed to be like that. We got a goal that we aiming for. And if you're not a part of this goal, if you're not trying to help us achieve this goal, you can't be with us. That don't mean we don't love you and you are our brother, but you can't be with us. Because as we stop to fix the broken wheel again and again, and to fix the broken lug nut again and again, the car ain't moving.
That's right.
We all got to be focused on the same goal. We got to be on the same program. If you're doing something out of order, you know who you are. You either can change or you're going to be out of here. And yet, and don't think we don't see you. The Most High is showing us everything that you're doing, man. The eyes of the Lord are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, man. And he brightens up the eyes of his elect. And he brightens up the eyes of those that he put in the leadership position so that they can see what's going on. Because it's also a test for us. Are you going to be a hypocrite? Are you going to respect his person and let him slide because that's him? And then your whole paper castle will come crumbling down. But if you build it on concrete, these is the rules. Even I got to stick to them. Now you got a concrete foundation. You might not have as many bricks to build with. So you watch other castles get built quickly, but they shaky. And when the wind comes, they fall. Ours is built slow. We got few brothers, but we building slowly, man. Why? Because we working with these brothers to make sure they stay in order and they continue on towards perfection. You understand? So that's why the name of this lesson tonight is Don't Quit. You're almost there. All right. Look at what's happening around you. Some of you brothers going to get discouraged by Kanye. I took the time to learn these precepts. I took the time to read these scriptures. And this guy got the platform. This guy's going to be the spokesperson. I took the time to learn how to handle these questions. I took the time to learn how to deal with these challenges. And this guy is the spokesperson that you chose, Yahweh. Some brothers is feeling like that right now. Some brothers is feeling like that right now. Okay. You know how else brothers are feeling? You got that guy that knows the precepts. You got that guy that knows the breakdowns. You got that guy that got the time to devote to this thing. I don't need to do much.
Mm-hmm.
You see how you got two types of brothers?
That's right.
Both of them brothers is close to quitting. Both of them brothers is close to quitting. You got the brother that said, well, my rib taking me through this. My rib is taking me through that. You know how many brothers quit this camp because their rib said, I don't want you out there on the street with them guys? More than a few. More than a few brothers quit this camp because their rib was like, I don't want you doing that. It's either me or that. A lot of brothers said, hey, I can't lose my good thing, man. See that? They quit. A lot of sisters quit this thing. A lot of sisters quit this thing. And they bugged. They out here doing stuff. Whoa! How did you leave the truth? It's elapsed time 1 year. And whoa! What are you into now? A lot of brothers quit this thing, man. A lot of brothers quit this thing. Like, well, every week the same class, lessons, camp, class, lessons, camp, fringes, class, lessons, camp, feast day, class, lessons, camp, new moon. Right? Yeah, I gotta chill. I gotta fall back. Elapsed time, 3 months. This brother is into doctrines. What? And camps are evil now.
Mm-hmm. And you can't keep feast days now.
It's a sin to keep new moon. That's the new one I heard.
That's crazy.
Never heard that?
No, I ain't heard
It's
that.
a sin to keep the new moon. The Lord didn't put it in Leviticus 23.
Yeah, that is a new doctrine.
I asked that same brother, did Christ keep the feast of dedication?
Oh,
Where's that at? In Leviticus 23. Confounded.
wait. See, nah. See, y'all brothers, see, y'all wicked. Y'all hearts evil. Y'all just hate me.
And then we over here in left field,
Right.
looking at the stands. We're not even watching the game anymore. Don't quit. You're almost there. I'm going to teach you something about your adversary, Satan. We have a video called The Wickedness of Satan.
Yes.
And when the channel got deleted, that video came down. We did it with Abaya on Inside the Nation, we taught we taught the wickedness of the devil, how he tries to attack. The channel got taken down. That lesson got taken down, but I got that lesson on my hard drive, and I'm gonna repost that. Let me tell you about your adversary, the devil, man. Your adversary, the devil, is not looking for a fair fight.
No,
At all.
not at all.
You know how it's some guys that like go to the court and yo, check up. Nah. You know, comp. We don't want to play y'all. Go ahead. Y'all can run.
Yeah, that's
Right? You ain't pressed for that dub. Like,
no.
yo, these dudes can't ball. Now y'all got it, man. Y'all don't want to play us? No.
I ain't trying to get hurt.
And you waiting for the real guys to show up.
We'll
The
do
real
that.
competition. You came for the real competition.
Right.
You're a competitor. Satan is not a competitor.
It's a predator.
Satan is a predator. Get that roaring line. He's a predator. Okay. Let me just say this real quick so that you understand who you up against. When you're going to class every week, when you're on Clubhouse listening to the lessons all day, when you texting your sister, hey, did you get that precept that Malachi brought out? That was a good one. Yeah, girl. And this one too, you can link it up. Y'all were all said you'd link it with this. Him and the Sunday, Friday lesson. Oh, and don't forget what Kahari said, because he was on that class. And he brought this one. These are the 3 scripts. Now they got a video called How to Preach. No. When you're doing that, Satan is nowhere to be found. You in your closet trying to find a dress to put on. You on Amazon. You ain't looking at home decor no more. You on Amazon looking up sewing machines.
Right.
Yeah.
You trying to figure out how to get some fringes on your clothes, on your jacket. You want
Right.
some fringes. Some of y'all sisters been there and you're not there no more. Oh, hold on, brothers. Remember when you was shopping for incense?
Yeah.
Remember when you was scratching your head, trying to break down prophecy on the class, waiting for your chance? Questions? Here I am. Hey, what did the Lord mean when he said the little horn and his feet didn't touch the ground in Daniel? Remember that time period you was in, brother? When you was on the Clubhouse, all day, the day was passing like 2 minutes. You was started work and you off work. You don't know where the time went because you was on Clubhouse listening to the brothers kick the doctrine all day. You was coming home telling your wife, we the Israelites. And Deuteronomy 28, the Lord said this. We got to put the pork down. I got to explain this to mommy. I got to tell Pop. I don't care who don't like it. Remember you was in that spirit? Satan wasn't nowhere around.
That's right.
But sister, remember when you and that brother got on rocky ground and your relationship wasn't working out, and he didn't come into the truth all the way, but he kind of did, and y'all didn't go to counsel, and now y'all not talking. Y'all don't go to camp no more because y'all not talking, you and that man. YouTube search has changed. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody don't like that.
Yeah.
Somebody don't like that. They hung up. You heard it?
Come.
Your YouTube search has changed. And brother, remember when you wore the wrong pants to camp that day and you had on some wild accessories and the senior man was like, yo, you can't do that. Don't come to camp like that again next week. And that's all he said. He didn't hug you and bring you in. You all right? He just told you what it was. And then he got back to the work and told you, hey, man, when you on this side, look that way.
That's all it took.
Oh, you got to put that blunt down because I smell it on you. I ain't smoking. Bro, don't try to play me.
Right.
Don't come back to camp with your eyes looking like that. We told you what it is. Now I'm being cool. Don't let me catch you again. I don't want to catch you out. Well, brother, I got the hey. I got to do the work. And you remember the brother's supposed to call you later, but he didn't call you.
Right. Didn't come back counsel.
He didn't call you. That brother didn't come next week to camp. His YouTube searches started changing. His attitude started changing. See, that's what Satan wait for.
Mhm.
When you're strong in this thing, it's not interesting. He's not looking for a powerful opponent. He's like Esau, who was getting the weak and the feeble in the back of the camp.
Right.
Ain't that what he did? Amalek was in the back. You can't walk fast, die. You old, die. You little kid, you don't know what's going on, kill you. Woman, you come with us. He wasn't in the front. Gideon and David and Joab and all them in the front with the forward-facing eyes. The brothers who wasn't afraid of the heat of the battle, they in the front.
Right.
Where the Canaanites at? Where the Jebusites at?
Right.
Where the Girgashites at? Where they at?
Right. Look.
Yo, I'm gonna get on my horse. We're gonna go chase a troop.
All right.
What you gonna do when we protect the people? We're gonna go over there, though. Look like some good land over there. Those guys in the front, Satan is not there. He's in the back with the guys that's like, I don't know if I'm going over there. Like, you sure this truth is what we supposed to be doing?
Right.
You sure this what we supposed to be doing? Well, I don't like the way Captain talked to me the other day. You know, he said something I didn't appreciate. I didn't like that. Let's talk about it after camp, you and me. I'm pulling a whole bunch of cards.
Hey, Salaki.
Go ahead.
Hey, Adawan, what about this brother and sister, Adawan? The one that got real comfortable in this thing, man. His life started going good. Your job started getting all right, or maybe something happened with your job and you done got your own business. Hey, and it's looking all good and dandy. Hey, you ain't cracked that Bible in a minute. Satan to come in that way too. You got comfortable. You do enough precepts. Hey, brothers know you. Hey, sis. Hey, sisters looking at you like the stand-up sister. You always around. Brother done taught a couple lessons and know the precepts and know the breakdowns, cutting up everybody, and now you got comfortable. And now Satan coming in. You don't got to read no more. Hey, you don't got to get on that class no more. Hey, you don't got to study no more. You already know it. Hey, instead of watching a class on a Saturday or Sunday, turn on the game. Watch the game a little bit. Only listen to 5 minutes of that class, and you already know what they're going to say next. You done got comfortable in this thing, man, and we got to get our comfort zone as well.
That's right.
Because that's Satan that way too, and you like, damn. It turned into a week. I haven't really read or looked at my precepts. Then it turned into a month, 2 months, and you just going through. And you know how they say in sports, now you just going through the motion. You going to camp, you go home, go to class, and you go home, and now you're going through the motions with it. And that player that's going through the motions, hey, you're gonna be sitting on the bench by next season. Every time.
Every time. Because somebody's more hungry.
Right.
Hit it on the head out of once. You hit it on the head.
It's 144,000 brothers that's trying to be the top brothers.
Man.
And you in the back.
Right.
Hey, man, as long as I'm there.
I'm on the team. Got the jersey.
I'm going to be in that multitude. I'm good with that. Why you don't want to be a leader? How you don't know that the prerequisite to being in the multitude was trying to be a leader?
Right.
You might not have made it, but you was trying. That's how you got in the multitude.
Right.
There's been billions of Israelites throughout history. Billions of you. How many fell off? Went into idolatry. Started in the truth, ended up in another doctrine. Started teaching against Yahushua. Now you don't need a savior. Now my righteousness is sufficient. Forget Paul. Who's Paul? Questioning Paul. I think about that. Under what authority do you question Paul's wisdom? Now that's new, brother. New. Paul is 1,000 years older than you. What you mean new?
Right.
What are you talking about?
No sense.
New. New what?
That's a reprobate. That's all you can say. It's a reprobate. Because it don't make sense what you're saying.
It don't.
No sense.
It's because you took your hand off the plow.
That's right.
And there you go, Satan right there. Did Satan come to Yahushua when he was rebuking the Pharisees in front of the temple, burning their ass up? Serpents, vipers, brood of devils.
He tried to come to him when he thought he was the weakest.
He said he came to Christ when he had eaten for 40 days.
40 days.
Did Satan come to Job when Job had everything already? No, he worked out a deal where let me destroy this man, then get at him. Right?
Right.
Job was strong, man.
Yo, that's crazy. The temptation was after the destruction.
After the destruction. Now, I'm not
After
gonna
the
send the comforters to say nothing to him
Right.
and talk bad about his life and make him second guess his blessings. He's too strong right now.
Right.
What I'm gonna do is destroy the man, then I'm gonna send his rib to say something stupid to him.
Right.
That was foolish.
Kick him while he's down.
Send his friends.
Some of you brothers don't understand that. His rib came to him when he needed her most.
Right.
And you know what you brothers would have did when you ain't got nothing else, but you still got her? You would have folded so that you could keep her. What did Job say? He said, you talking like a foolish woman. Get out of here.
Yeah.
And this man was sitting in the dirt.
Yes.
He didn't. At least if he went along with her, he could have laid up with her, been in her bosom, smell on her, touch her, be in her hair, kiss her maybe. At least I went along with my wife. She's here. No, he wasn't worried about that. What's right is right and what's wrong is wrong.
Right.
And y'all not understanding that.
That's right.
Some of y'all are running this race and don't know where the finish line is at, so you start slowing up. Now you jogging. You don't know where the finish line at, and now you walking. And now that you're walking, you can look around. And, ooh, that's pretty. Now you leaving the racetrack and you over there. And now you out the truth. And now you hate us. Right? Hey, that was supposed to happen to me, right?
Right.
Oh, we're gonna take y'all's job. We're gonna take his comfort, take everything from him. Watch
Steal
him
his computer.
steal his, destroy his home, break in his house
Yeah, that's
while he's at camp.
all at
Curse
once.
God and die. Be mad at your God. You doing all of this, but all this has happened to you. You're supposed to be mad. No, because I understand that diverse temptations come when you in your weak point to take you out of this thing. That's when you got to gird up your loins.
That's right.
So y'all quitting and you almost there. It's a drawing that I like. Say something for a minute. I'm gonna get it. It's a drawing that I like.
Bring out the First Peter's.
Okay. It's the book of 1 Peter, chapter 5, and verse 8. Be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour.
Right. I like that image. Just to the point that Adawan was making earlier, man. He's not in the game of playing fair at all.
No.
If he see you at a vulnerable state, then he licking his chops. I got me one.
I got me one now. Ain't that how you hunt?
Yeah. When you see the weak deer,
Hey,
Ain't that how you hunt?
that's right.
You go fishing with bait.
Right.
I'm sorry, I don't understand how that's possible. Do you see that? Am I seeing that correctly?
Yeah, you are.
I don't understand how that's possible.
it's showing that on your feed too.
Okay, hold on one second.
That was probably an accident.
Now, let's look at this image. I hate that it's Esau in the picture with no beard on his face, but the picture's worth 1,000 words.
Yeah, it is.
This is some of you Israelites right now. This is some of you Israelites right now.
Oh no! Wow. Right there.
The kingdom is them jewels. Yeah, how should I compare the kingdom to a jewel? He said, if a man finds a jewel in a field, he buyeth the whole field.
That's right.
Right? I just told you some truth. It's good. Then accept my doctrine.
Right.
Buy into this thing. Listen, let's not focus on it. Look at this. Look, Israel. That's you in this truth. Some of y'all, I'm gonna go to look. All it takes is your favorite teacher to not acknowledge you. You quit.
Yeah.
What sense does that make? That doesn't make any sense.
What? People will be all into this truth. Hebrew Summit. I'm gonna meet my favorite teacher. I'm gonna get a hotel. I don't care what my wife's talking about. I flew out there. I don't care what the lesson was about. I don't remember none of the prayers. That brother is my favorite teacher. And you go to meet the brother and he go like this. All right, shalom. Hey, what's going on? All right, hey. and you like, that's it.
That ain't what I expected.
That ain't what I expected.
That's crazy.
Hold on, brother. Hey man, my favorite video was the one. Not the Water King.
Enjoy
Hey,
the
man.
feast.
Hey, enjoy the feast, man. I'm gonna go get we got things we gotta handle. All right, brother, but I want to talk to you, man. Give me your phone number, man. Now the brother's calling and you don't deal with him, he becomes this guy.
That doesn't make sense.
Because my favorite teacher didn't give me the experience that I wanted.
Yeah.
Wait, what was you in this for?
Right.
What happened when the rich man's favorite teacher, Yahushua, told him, sell everything you got?
Right, man, walked away.
Woo!
You want to hear that?
He came to see his favorite teacher, right?
Yeah.
What Yahushua said,
So let's
if you want to be with me, sell everything you have.
otherwise, you're not worthy to walk.
And did he hug him and comfort him after?
He mourned.
Did he invite him to go eat? Did they hang out later? Yahushua said what he said and then went on about his business, right?
Right.
And where did that brother go? He left mourning.
Mourning.
But the Prince of Princes, the King of Kings, just told you exactly what to do to get the kingdom of heaven and said, come with me.
Right.
It could have been 13 disciples. He could have been Jahaziel, the rich one, who gave all he had to follow our Lord. And he got, and Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Jahaziel.
That's a hard name.
Think about it.
That been cool.
But all he's noted for is the brother that when Yahushua gave him an instruction, he was sad to hear it.
Yeah, he didn't like that. Yeah.
Damn.
Some of you brothers like this truth until I say you got to put that blunt down. Ooh. So now you say, well, y'all all ain't gonna let me smoke. I can't be with them.
I'm still watching though.
I'm gonna watch them. Now you don't watch as much. Now you teaching against us. You on Clubhouse with your own camp teaching against us. Like now I'm wicked now. What did I do? I just told you the rules of my camp. You got to put the blunt down. We don't do recreational drug use. We teach people to get off drugs.
Right.
If I let you get high, how am I tell him to stop smoking crack?
We teach in a drug-infested place.
We teach in a crack zone.
Yeah.
A dope spot is where we teach at.
Sure, we done had a lady come up to us in the background.
Right.
Smoke crack.
On video.
But you about to be with us and then leave and go do some damn edibles.
Come on, man.
At least I'm not smoking it. Bro, you're getting high.
Right.
We looking for leaders. What are you doing? See what I mean?
Sorry.
Brother like that, quit the camp, never talk to you again. But I'm wicked though. I'm gonna also tear down because Satan is right there. You understand? You ribs, man. My husband coming to the truth. Oh, he took a second rib. The Bible said he didn't sin. I just thought he would never do that. And then he did it. I hate this nigga.
Damn.
I hate his teachers.
Oh, man.
I hate the truth. And then she's back in the world.
Yep.
Butt cheeks all on Instagram.
Yeah.
TikTok, titties out.
That is crazy. That's Satan will do that to you, make you hate the truth for something like that, but then you show every man your body.
Right. Come on.
Yeah, that's wild.
That's great.
Am I making this up?
No, that's
Yo,
real.
this
That's
is
real.
wild.
That's real.
That's wild.
That's real.
Yo, this place is upside down.
Brother, coming the truth. Hey, Ak, you out of order. Take that down, what you be posting. You can't talk like that no more. You ain't telling me how to run my life. No, that's my job. I'm the elder of the camp.
Right.
This is what I expect from you if you're going to be with us. All right, brother, leave. 4 months later, he's back at the camp spot, high out of his mind, scoffing us. Gone.
Yep.
Bugged out,
Yeah.
scoffing us. All I said was, Ak, you out of order. Can't do that. To be with us, you can't do that. He could have stopped doing that, stayed with us, and eyes forward. But he said, nah, nigga, nah, you ain't telling me.
He went to the back.
He went to the back, and then Satan was there and reaped him.
Hey, look what I got. got this over here.
Remember how much we used to like this? Y'all all ain't gonna let you do it. My Malachi gonna tell on you if he find out.
Like Pennywise.
Right? Come down to the gutter.
Yep.
Right.
Come down here with us. Float with us.
Mhm.
It's all the same.
Yeah.
Pennywise ain't nothing but Satan.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Pennywise is the clown from It.
Yeah.
I hate this is E. So I should have took the time to Photoshop Jake with a fro and a beard and fringes on.
Yeah.
And I'll do it. Make me do it. Y'all hold me accountable. Joel, fix this picture. Because if we get to school, when we get to school, this picture got to be right there, and we got to write kingdom.
Yeah.
Where the diamonds are.
Yeah.
Right.
Cause that what you brothers is doing. You sisters is doing the same thing. You almost home and you quitting this thing.
Even the heathen show greater.
Mhm.
I'll get you a video right now of a brother that teach better than any brother teaching right now. What's his name?
Yaradan.
Nope. I'm talking older than him.
Oh,
And Yaradan is a mighty instructor
he,
when he was in his power.
the original teacher.
The original
Oh,
SOT
God,
teacher.
Yeah.
Right.
What's his
God.
name?
Yeah, Yasharon.
Yashawan.
That brother, man.
Mighty.
I'll get you a video of Yashawan teaching right now. Teach better than anybody teaching right now. And you know why I say that? Because the brothers teaching right now is emulating him. And y'all didn't even know that.
Yes, that's right.
Because he's one of the original guys.
Captivated a whole city block. Man.
That brother don't believe this no more.
Mm.
One thing that Adawan Zabak taught me is the Most High don't need you.
I remember that lesson.
He could use you to bring in hundreds of people and then get rid of you. Sisters, it's even worse for y'all because y'all don't teach. The Most High could use you and put you out there as a head wrap, dress, con, everything con. And as soon as you get displeased, now you against everything?
Salaki.
Go ahead.
That ought to make you fear and respect the Most High even more than what you did before.
You have to examine yourself,
Right.
whether you be in the faith. Right? I'm just talking to y'all right now. Okay? I'm just talking to y'all. You almost there and you get offended by a word. Okay? The Bible says, be not offended at a word.
Yeah.
Your teacher's supposed to be able to tell you, you effing up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You're out of order and you look like a fool.
Right.
Your teacher's supposed to be able to talk to you like that. No, he's not. No, he can't say that. I didn't join the camp to hear that. But if you are out of order and being a fool, what is he supposed to tell you?
Right. Salaki. They'll get in the military or the police force and let Esau talk to them all day long. Like,
Oh man, your boss
no
at your
problem.
job.
Yeah.
I tell you, hey man, you're late one more time. You're out of here, man.
Right.
I don't want. I don't want to hear nothing.
Yes, sir.
Just get to work, man.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Eve, your boss come behind you at the desk and start rubbing your damn shoulders.
Right.
Listen, I'm gonna need that paperwork a little bit quicker. Okay, Charlene, thank you. I can't even tell you, hey, sis, you know, make sure you come with the right attitude when you come around. What? What?
Yo,
Mhm.
Y'all all think he can tell me.
you ain't my
He got this going on in his life, and he think he can tell me. Sisters will do that.
Yeah. Throw it back at you.
Any flaw they find in you, ain't that what Moses' sister did?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's right.
Aren't all the children of Israel special? How can you take that heathen wife?
Mhm.
Worried about that man's business. Moses' eyes to the front.
Most
Is
High
Moses the only one who can speak to the Most High?
Aren't we also special and set apart? Most had to smack her down.
You did.
leprosy.
Smoke. Leprosy.
Aharon stand on the side.
Mhm.
Ugh, don't do this.
Right. God.
Noted.
Yeah. God.
Aharon ain't quit the truth. The Most High killed both his sons.
God.
Right.
Both of them.
He said,
It's long with what I just said.
"Come."
Go ahead.
This is Proverbs 9:6. Forsake the foolish and live, and go in the way of understanding.
Forsake the foolish and live, man.
Proverbs 9:6.
Proverbs 9:6. Part of forsaking foolishness is accountability, admitting whence thou wast wrong,
Mhm.
Yes, definitely.
Once upon a time, I had no self-discipline over my anger. And I'm just out there at the camp spot. The sodomite woman is scoffing, and I'm reading the Bible at her. Rah!
G.I. Jane.
Yeah! Right? Adawan said, "What are you doing?" In front of everybody. What are you doing? That's not how you read the scriptures. Step down, give me another reader. Take a break. Get out of here. Now, Satan is right there like this in the bushes.
Yeah.
What you gonna do? You gonna let him talk to you like that?
Yeah, right. You supposed
Like
to
the
quit right
mystery.
there.
I was supposed to quit right there. Why you embarrass me in front of all them people?
Yeah.
That ain't your dad. He can't talk to you like that.
That's that mystery.
I was supposed to quit right there.
He was.
Right.
You out there giving everything you got, and he gonna play you like that?
Right. Yeah.
No, Adawan told me the truth.
Yes.
That's not how you read.
Right.
Can't nobody understand what you're saying. You out of the spirit. Move. You're actually detracting from what I'm doing here.
Right.
You're in the way. Watch out. Let's get someone in here who can read this thing right. And I stood on the side and I calmed down and I realized I'm sweating. My hands are shaking. I'm irate, angry. I wasn't useful because I get you a precept. Y'all all will get you a precept. You want me to read for you? I'm gonna get you a precept.
Right.
And I'm not gonna sweat you. I'm gonna turn to it and hold it and put my finger like this. That's the hint. So you can look and go, what you got? Right? I'm not precept. I'm not gonna do that to you. I'm useful, right? But I wasn't in that moment. In that moment, and the Lord said, "Thou shalt not lie with a man." What are you doing? Because I'm so angry. I learned something that day, but that was an opportunity for me to quit too.
God.
Satan, right there, you gonna let him talk to you like that? Right in my ear, you gonna let him talk to you like that? I wouldn't go out like that. You know what I'm saying? You paid all this money, come all the way out here, you gonna do that to you?
Going outside, my boy.
Got you looking stupid out here. I think everybody was looking at you when he said that too. Right?
Right.
Yeah.
The Wadi Yahweh, he kept me in the spirit, man.
God.
I never did that again. And I've read for the Adawan many more times. Right?
God.
That's glory. I consider reading for a great teacher as glory.
God.
So I don't need to be teaching. Let me read for you. So you're almost there, guys, but you quitting too fast. You quitting too fast. You need to think about what it is you have become a part of. Right? Did Peter quit when Yahushua rebuked him? Yahushua called Peter Satan. Said, look, man, get behind me, Satan. In modern terms, he'd be like, nigga, you the devil. Move.
Yeah, watch out.
Watch out, man. You in the way. Some of y'all would be offended. Got up, push your seat back mad loud. Nigga, I held you down all this time, Yahushua.
I took chances.
I've been with you.
I could be doing this right now, but no, I'm with you.
And I know the scripts too. I'm Peter. Now Peter make his own camp? No.
That's crazy.
No. Peter, he ate that.
Yeah. Like a man.
He ate that.
God.
Right? It's a lot that we got to think about. Amir Micaiah was talking about it. Even Judas repented. Y'all don't know that. When you read the account, Judas repented of his action and was sorry at what he had done when his mind came back to him. But when them 30 pieces of silver was in front of him, and Judas ain't got nothing, man. Walking with Christ is not glamorous. You got to wait for him to make food. Right?
You got to pick corn out of someone else's.
You got to pick corn if you hungry. Because why they doing that? Because they ain't got it like that. Yahushua ain't making manna appear.
Right.
He making them walk that walk with him.
Right.
He getting all the attention. I could raise people from the dead. I'm Philip. I could teleport. Right? Read Acts.
Yeah.
Philip could be here or there.
Acts chapter 8, I believe.
Because Philip got spiritual power. He got spiritual power. I'm Bartholomew. I know the Old Testament like the back of my hand. Yeah, I got you. Well, John should have baptized me. Brothers can get like that.
I'm Peter. I stood on the water too.
I walked out on the water with Christ. That's a good point. And then they could get bitter, right? They didn't do that. Even Judas repented. The man wasn't supposed to kill himself. That was off. That's why Yahushua said it's better had he not been born, because killing yourself, how do you repent?
Can't.
You can't.
That's sad.
You know, when you be spiritual, why did Christ say that? Because you can't repent when you kill yourself. You know,
You did.
you did.
Sloppy.
Even Samson asked permission for an action
Yes.
that was like that.
Wow.
First, he asked permission.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, Con, with Judas,
Good
he
Lord.
he acknowledged what he did was wrong, and then returned the money through the silver.
And what the priest told him, nah, nigga, I don't want that. That's yours.
Yeah.
The blood is on your hands. And that was devastating to the brother when he should have just ran back to Christ and followed him all the way through the crucifixion, weeping after him.
Damn, and that's an example of you quitting too soon, because
Damn.
that salvation was even
Still there.
Yeah, rage quit.
He rage quit. There you go.
He did.
Some of y'all are rage quitting the truth, man. You know, a brother said, I'm ready. The rules of our camp is for you to have your own camp spot, you must be a captain. And to be a captain, you must be in the camp for at least a year.
And you have to be recommended.
Somebody has to recommend you. And upon approval of majority vote, you become a captain and you get all the privileges that come with it. A brother told me, I'm ready to teach right now. Now, he already agreed to the rules of the camp, but then when it was time to accept it, he felt, I can do this too, and I can do this now. So brother quit and left. But where's the teaching that you quit and left for? Where's it at? I'm still waiting to see your lessons or your camp spot, because I was never going to hate.
No.
You got that much zeal? I'll never speak evil of you.
Right.
I still have it. But where's it at? You quit too soon, because you'd have been captain right now. And you'd have had a strong ministry in a place that needs you, brother. And that's what you saw at the first. Your first love was to see that need. But you quit too soon. Some of you sisters walked away from a good Israelite man because he lost his job, or because the truth started to take more of his time than you was used to. And that he's the best version of himself right now. And you out here and you done been passed around a couple times. Bounce from dude to dude. Now you justifying it by not truly accepting the doctrine anymore, which makes it okay. Sex ain't marriage now. So what I'm doing with them, that ain't that.
Yeah.
And the brother you passed on is what you always wanted him to be now, but you quit too soon. You see what I'm saying? Some of you brothers looking at your ribs and you not pleased with her appearance, but you ain't the dude to go and work with her. I'm gonna get at you. Some brothers like, oh, I don't like her appearance. Well, why you don't go with her to work out and make that y'all hobby together?
Right.
That woman cooked wonderful and got a beautiful spirit.
Right.
And guess what? You left her and put her away and dishonored her. And the sister went and took care of herself, and she's jumping out. She, pooh. And here you come, yo, I was wrong. Nah, she don't want to hear that now, man. Because the Lord give her a righteous brother.
Yep.
That'll take care of her and honor her the right way. You put her away unjustly. You was wrong for that. You quit too soon. You put your wife away just based on appearances and took another woman, and she's a demon.
Most High rewarded you.
And the woman you already had was everything you needed.
Right.
Men do it too, man. We go off.
Yes.
We quit too soon.
Yeah, it's too soon.
Go to 1 Corinthians 9 and read verse 23. Let's get a scripture in there.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 9 and verse 23. And it reads,
Wait, if everybody have it.
if everybody on the call has it, say con.
Go ahead.
And it reads, and this I do for the gospel's sake, that I might be partaker thereof with you. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize. So run that ye may obtain.
You running this race so that you may obtain, man. Not just to be in it. Yeah, some of y'all want a participation trophy, man.
Yeah. Right.
Some of y'all want to, I was there. I go to camp. I be around them, brother. I know SOT. I've been there.
You see me right there in the back, right there. That was me.
I got pictures with them.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Why you don't do nothing we teach? Why you don't come to the feast day?
Breaking, man.
Well, I was just a Facebook friend. That's it. I wasn't a spiritual leader or advisor. This ain't something you believed in.
Mm.
Some of y'all just want a participation trophy, man. I joined the camp.
Yeah.
I got the shirt. I'm in Sons of Thunder. All right, why you don't call into the Friday class like you're supposed to? You're supposed to be on the call and a contributor. You're supposed to have 60 to 70 contributions because we have all these brothers on. The excellent camps have that type of participation from their own members. Why you not on? Oh, now you're gonna lie to me. You don't even believe the commandments. You lying for nothing. You know, you custom yourself to lying. See what I mean? You just want a participation trophy, man. Oh, I came to the feast day. All right. Why you ain't learn the prayers? So that you could do it. Why you always waiting for that brother to lead everything? Why you don't do nothing? You don't even fold a chair. You eat and leave.
Yeah.
What we gonna do with that? A slothful servant. Yeah, I wish I said I come back, I find that servant sleep, man. He's done.
Right.
Supposed to protect my house. I came back, I found you sleeping. You're supposed to be guarding the door.
Right.
Y'all don't understand Christ's lessons, man. I feel bad for the brothers in Islam. Y'all don't have none of them. You don't have none of Christ's lessons. I don't know what y'all learning. Yeah, I wish I taught everything. You OT only brothers, y'all have access and reason to believe Christ's lessons, and you just rejecting it for nothing.
Deny.
I have yet for one OT only brother to show me a wicked teaching of Christ.
Right.
Wait, I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
I never thought about to say it like that. The OT only brother is supposed to be able to go in this Bible and say, Christ ain't supposed to say this. But you acknowledge Josephus.
Oh man.
That's
You
wild.
see that?
Yeah.
Right? You rejecting Christ because he represents being the Messiah. But wait a minute. Did Christ ever teach anything you don't agree with?
That's a good question.
If I teach the Mark 4 and talk about falling by the wayside, am I wrong for teaching that? That's true.
Yes,
that's
that's
real.
true.
Let's go there. Mark 4. Out of all the Gospels, Mark is my favorite. I like the way Mark reads. His rendition of the accounts I enjoy the most. And the style of writing is my favorite. I like Mark. I prefer Mark even to Matthew. Some people love John, but
I love John. John's my favorite.
You like John? I prefer Mark. Go to Mark 4.
You want to start at 3 or 14?
No, we're gonna get the sower. We start at 3.
Okay, come on.
Listen good. This is Mark chapter 3, 4 and verse 3. We're talking about the parable of the sower, the person who plants seeds. Listen to how this works out. Go ahead, Ak.
It's the book of Mark, chapter 4 and verse 3. Hearken, behold, there went out a sower to sow. And it came to pass, as he sowed, some fell by the wayside, and the fowls of the air came and devoured it up.
So some seeds you put, they didn't make it into the trough you dug, and they fell on the wayside. So the crows came down and they ate the seeds, the pigeons, the seagulls, the gulls, depending on where you at, the finches, they would come get it. Right? They opportunistic like that. The little sparrows, what? Sunflower seed. You can't spit the sunflower seed out at camp before the pigeon is on it.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
And some fell on stony ground, where it had not much earth. And immediately it sprang up, because it had no depth of earth.
See, some people just kind of understand the doctrine, but they didn't apply it and make it their lifestyle. So then they died out too. They fell off too. Go ahead.
But when the sun was up, it was scorched. And because it had no root, it withered away.
Because you didn't have a strong foundation the first time you was tested, you fell out. Go ahead.
And some fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked it, and it yielded no fruit.
And thorns is your family that don't like you in this truth. The thorns is your job. The thorns is your wife who's wish she had her old husband back. The thorns is your husband who wish he had his old wife back. The thorns is your kids that I hate you now, daddy. Y'all too strict. I don't want this life. The thorns is that sister who, when you said hello, she didn't say it fast enough back. And now you hate the whole congregation and hate her too. You can't figure out how to work that out. It's too hard. It's too hard to solve that. I got to figure out a brother that cursed me, how to work it out with him. I figure it out. Right. But I didn't like your greeting, you know.
David figured
you cut in front of me in the line for the food, or you didn't make a chair for me at the table and I didn't feel welcome, you know. I gotta work out the brother that I got into a full-fledged argument with him over the law and the rules of the camp, and we got nose to nose. We worked that out, but you know, whatever. Go ahead, Doc.
Verse 8. And other fell on good ground and did yield fruit that sprang up and increased.
Yielding fruit is you bringing others to this thing. Christ taught that many times. You're not supposed to just learn the truth and then hide it under a rock.
Yeah.
Right.
I know the truth. That's good enough for me. I'm a secret Israelite. You're supposed to bring it back with interest. That means you're supposed to spread this gospel.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And brought forth some 30 and some 60 and some in 100.
And that's what SOT, we a small camp. We brought about 30, 60 fruit. But then you got big camps. They brought 100,000s in.
Okay.
Go ahead.
He said unto them, he that hath an ear, let him hear.
And that means if you understand what that means, then you understand. Was Christ personally, after he broke that down, taking the brother to the side? Now I'm going to explain it to you personally, brother, so that you can get the breakdown. Because is he doing that?
No. If you understand, you understand.
If you get it, you get it.
Not.
What's next?
Right.
Foxes have dens and holes, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head.
Now, if you get that, you get that.
Stressed out. Leave me alone. Hey, I'm coming into this. I'm coming to 5 points next week, but have nobody know it.
Right. Don't tell.
Right?
Yeah.
Show up. There's a whole crowd.
Show up at 5,000, and they hungry too.
Yeah, right.
Hey, what we gonna eat?
They seek him for the bread, not the lessons. He said that.
Right.
Y'all follow me for the bread. We being spiritual, and if we saying anything that y'all are not familiar with, put it in the comments and say what did y'all mean by that, or what account is that you're referring to, and we'll get it for you. Read on.
Verse 10. And when he was alone, they that were about him with the 12 asked of him the parable.
Now wait. When he was alone, there were some still around him and the 12. So they didn't just come to camp. Y'all going out to eat?
Right.
All right, I'm gonna holler. Right? How long y'all gonna be out here? Sundown. I'm gonna be back.
And never come back.
How many times we heard that?
Yeah, all the time.
But they wanted that understanding, man.
Right.
So they stayed after with the 12. The 12, they with him anyway.
Yeah.
These is the other brothers, man. And we have brothers like that be with us, man. We love them brothers because they into this thing for real. And they love being around like-minded brothers in the spirit. They nowhere else they'd rather be. And you could tell, right? It ain't for the wrong intentions. You could tell, right? Read on.
Verse 11. And he said unto them, unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of God, but unto them that are without, all these things are done in parable.
Now, how does Matthew tell that? Is that Matthew 13:16 or Matthew 16:16? You know what I want, right?
Okay. That is 13. I think that's right.
Unto you is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of God, but to them it is not given. Is that Matthew 16?
13 and 16.
13. I was right.
13, 15, really.
Correct me. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm start at Matthew chapter 13 and verse 15. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears. They should understand with their heart, they should be converted, and I should heal them.
That's Isaiah chapter 6.
6 and 10.
That's right. Read on.
Okay.
Get the point.
But blessed are your eyes, for they
That
see.
ain't what I wanted. That is the wrong precept.
It's the wrong one.
Yeah, I want new reader.
You ain't know what I want.
Oh wait, is it 13?
Yeah.
Therefore speak I to them in parables. Because they see
Actually, that's an honorable mention because he's right. That's very close, but that ain't what I want. I want it is given to you to notice, but to them it is not given. What is that? Somebody in the comments. 13:10.
Is it verse 10? 13:10. Con, this book of Matthew.
That was Captain Israel on the spot.
Chapter 13 and verse 10.
Go ahead.
Who had ears to hear, let him hear. And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables? He answered and said unto them, Because it is given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given.
Now look how Mark accounts it. Read it.
Unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of God, but unto them that are without, all these things are done in parables.
So it's not actually a parable, it's a mystery of the kingdom of God being given to you.
Right.
But to those who are not spiritually inclined or who are not selected of God, that means the Most High don't want you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a parable. It's just a confusing riddle. What are you talking about, man? How many times have we heard that at camp when we breaking something down and the brother be like, well, I don't know what you, I guess, but I don't see it. I don't see what you're saying. And we be like, how much more simple can, because to him it's not given.
Right.
Wow. He's without.
He has a lot of changing to do before that can hit home. And he doesn't want to accept that.
It's just not his turn yet.
It's not his turn. Read on.
Verse 12. That seeing they may see and not perceive, and hearing they may hear and not understand, lest at any time they should be converted and their sins should be forgiven them.
See how plain Mark is?
Mm-hmm.
Mark speak like one of us. Whereas, how does Matthew say that part?
Con, this is the book of Matthew, chapter 13 and verse 12. For whosoever hath, to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not,
no, 15.
Oh, so like verse 15. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them.
To be converted means your sins are forgiven. See how Mark accounts it?
Right.
That's why you need, to our Muslim friends, the Gospels are not supposed to be verbatim renditions of the same text, or you just have one Gospel.
It would be no point.
It would be no point to have 4 Gospels. You only need one because they all say the exact. These are 4 different accounts of the same event from 4 different vantage points.
Right.
That's why they read differently. That should increase your belief that this happened.
Right.
Because you got 4 accounts of it from different angles saying the same thing but a different way.
Right.
So you know it's real.
That's how you know it happened.
You know what happened.
Because he should say something completely different if it was something completely different happening.
Right.
Read on.
And he said unto them, Know ye not this parable? And how then will ye know all the parables?
And he didn't say, all right, my guys, let me teach it to you, little buddies. Let me bring it on home for you. He said, y'all don't get it? Then how y'all gonna get anything? If you can't understand this, then you don't understand nothing I've been teaching. He's exasperated. Like, y'all walk with me every day. How can you not understand the sowers, the seed on the wayside, the bird?
Right.
Peter over there, like,
Right.
you know, Judas in the back eating, got his hand in the bowl.
Yeah.
God.
Right?
Yeah.
Philip quiet.
Say that again.
Yeah. Say that one more. Read it again. You know, Thomas acting as if he knew, but saith not. That's a Sirach. God. Hey, the word is good, yes?
God.
Read on.
Verse 14. The sower soweth the word, and these are they by the wayside, where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts.
Did Satan come at the brother with a strong foundation?
No.
He came to the brother that heard Kanye say that we the Israelites.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then he sent the right person to him like, don't repeat that stupidity. Kanye gonna have you looking dumb out here, bro. Now all of a sudden you an Israelite. Come on, bro. We got E1, B1.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
You got to do the DNA.
Right.
Come on, man.
Our DNA does not match with the people from that area, the Levant.
It's the mathematics, brother.
The Levant.
And that sound like it makes sense, right?
Nigga, you
Yeah.
Bantu.
I'm gonna smack you with the DNA. Guess what? For DNA to work, you need someone from that people to compare the DNA against.
Right.
What Israelite bones do you possess?
None.
Where's Jesus Christ's bones? Where's
Don't
David's
know.
bones? Jeremiah? Anybody?
Don't know.
So then, how are you comparing Israelite DNA? Who are you?
Who
You're comparing it to who lives there now.
That's it.
So that means if you do the DNA of New Jersey, you're gonna get me.
Right.
But who's the original inhabitant of New Jersey? The Massapequa Indian,
Right.
the Metuchen Indian, the Hoboken
You
Indian,
can't.
the Patterson Indian,
Right.
Mhm.
the Papahat Indian.
Right.
That's the original inhabitants of that land.
Right.
But if you do a DNA test from who lives there now, are you gonna get those people?
No.
Come on,
And
guys. Come on, guys.
that's a cut because even those people were annihilated by Esau, and you still can't. A lot of times you still can't get a DNA test or result from them. So why would you get that from somebody in antiquity?
Come on,
Thousands
guys.
of years ago.
Satan gonna come immediately as soon as Eliel said Pequot. What did I say? Papalhat? I believe there is one though called Papalhat. But Pequot, that's right. Eliel is Gad. Read verse 16.
Khan. And these are they likewise which are sown on stony ground, who, when they have heard the word, immediately receive it with gladness.
That's y'all. I like how y'all will all teach. No, you don't.
Mm.
Because the first time I got to rebuke you, you hate me.
Mm-hmm.
I like how Adawan Zabak teach. No, you don't. You like how Zabak cut people at
Mhm.
camp. You don't be on his classes. See?
You like me team.
I love Captain Tazariak. No, you don't. Because if Captain Tazariak rebuke you, you hate him.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's right.
I love IUIC. No, you don't. Because if you join that body, you wouldn't be doing half of what you're doing right now.
Mm.
They wouldn't allow it. They ain't playing with you.
Mm-hmm. And now you hate all camps.
And now you hate all camps.
Yep.
Because you received the word with gladness at first, but what happened?
And have no root in themselves, and so endure but for a time.
Mhm.
Afterward, when affliction or persecution ariseth for the word's sake.
Why you wearing them fringes? Come on, man, it's Christmas. Yo, your girl said we're gonna do this birthday thing. Oh, your brother don't want to talk to you no more because you embarrassing the family. Mommy don't want you to come back to the house, bro. What happens?
Immediately they are offended.
Well, I'm not. When brother start, when these two hands go up, brother about to quit.
Like that.
Hold on, wait. Them two hands come up, that nigga done. Yeah.
No, see, it ain't even like that.
This is the look.
Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Yo, put them hands down.
Right.
Go like this. All right. When we see your palms, brother about to quit. The brother about to quit. Read on.
Verse 18. And these are they which are sown among thorns, such as heard the word, and the cares of this world, and this deceitfulness of riches.
If you work on Saturday, I need you. I'm gonna give you time and a half. And I'm gonna add to your vacation days, but I need you to work every Sabbath. You don't have to. I ain't gonna fire you, but if you do that for me, I'm gonna do that for you. I'm a little behind in these credit cards, and I need that new whip, and we could get that jacuzzi in the bathroom. Yo, I can't come to camp no more.
I mean, Paul did say he blotted out the ordinance.
Now this brother's trying to cut me.
Yeah.
So
Christian doctrine.
it's contrary that I can't get this money. As that brother's being.
That's crazy.
And what else, man?
Salakia.
And the
And the
luck.
cares of this world, and the deceitfulness of riches, and the lust of other things entering.
Yo, I
in.
just met this rib. Yo, oh my God. But I can't show her I'm in the truth. She can't be seeing me on these videos out there yelling at people. She ain't gonna stick beside me. I'm not one of them guys. I know the truth. And now you become an armchair teacher. You don't go to camp. You're not watching lessons no more. You teach her in the car or while y'all watching Netflix. See, the Lord said in one of them scriptures, the water means wisdom. Oh, brother, bring her to class. Nah, because I can't let her see me that way, or I might lose the rib. Go ahead.
Choke the word, and it becometh unfruitful.
So now knowing the word, it serves you no purpose because you ain't going to practice.
That's why Peter said it'd be better off if they hadn't even known the truth.
Read on.
Verse 21. And he said unto them,
20.
Oh, Salaki, my bad. Verse 20. And these are they which are sown on good ground, such as hear the word and receive it, and bring forth fruit, some 30-fold, some 60, and some in 100.
That's your brother in camps that you hate so much.
Mm-hmm.
You swear you hate him. But how many people is he bringing in the truth compared to you?
Right.
And according to Christ, which one of them is on good ground? Is it you, armchair teacher, medium Bud Light scoffer? Or is it the brother that you despise who's in them camps that goes outside and puts it all on the line every week?
Life.
That's right.
According to the scriptures, who's right? Trying to give you something to think about on the Sabbath. Read on.
Verse 21. And he said unto them, is a candle brought to be put under a bushel or under a bed, and not to be set on a candlestick? For there is nothing hid which shall not be manifested. Neither was anything kept secret, but that it should come abroad. If any man have ears to hear, let him hear.
And he was done teaching right there.
Again,
Right?
Right.
That's it. I ain't going to explain it no further. Either you get it or you don't. And he probably went to sleep on them while they drank. Right? All praises, man. Peace be upon him forever.
God.
All right.
Matthew definitely reads more royal.
Matthew reads more royal.
Mm-hmm.
That's why he gave you the royal lineage when he does the genealogy.
Right.
Right? Whereas Mark is talking to you like a man speaks. I speak as a man.
That's for street teaching.
It's for street teaching. I identify mostly with Mark because it's easy for me to digest. Now, go back to 1 Corinthians 9:24. Let's look at this again. And then you get Philippians 3, Jeremiah. Philippians 3. Some of y'all sleep at the feast day.
That's crazy.
No, some of y'all, I look at you not knowing the prayer. And you never come to me and go, when you say this one word, what are you saying? Because I'm trying to repeat after you, but I know I'm not. And I'm looking at you just going.
Just mouthing the prayer.
And you never come and ask me what is the actual word. Right? You worse than a Muslim. At least they reciting it right.
Dang.
You don't even care.
Vain.
First, you just want a participation trophy. 1 Corinthians 9:23, man.
The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 9 and verse 23.
Bring it out.
And this I do for the gospel's sake, that I might be partaker thereof with you. Know ye not that they which run in a race run all, but one receiveth the prize? So run that ye may obtain. And every man that striveth for the mastery is temperate in all things. Now they do it to obtain a corruptible crown.
When you win that race, you get you a golden trophy.
Yeah, that can rust, that you can lose, that somebody could come steal, they can get scratched.
Right.
But we, an incorruptible.
Go ahead.
I therefore so run, not as uncertain.
You go to Hebrews 12:1.
So fight I, not as one that beateth the air, but I keep under my body and bring it into subjection, lest that by any means, when I have preached to others, I myself should be a castaway.
You could bring people in the truth, and then the Most High can get rid of you. And Paul was afraid of that.
That's scary.
He was afraid that he learned Yahushua to convert all of these souls, and then the Most High in the end was going to put him to the side because of his former guilt. See that?
He still didn't work.
You should be scared like that.
That's right.
If you ever see me out in the world talking about I ain't with this truth no more, I want you to grab me and squeeze me as tight as you can and say, brother, whatever you going through, it's all right, but you got to come home. All right?
Yeah.
I'm asking you now.
Come on.
You never know what can happen.
You never know.
Read what you got.
Con, you Philippians 3, where you want me to start at?
Philippians 3, right? Let me go there with you. Philippians 3. Nobody asking no questions, so I'm just flowing. You know, if y'all say Salakia on the call, I'll stop. If y'all raise your hand on the clubhouse, I'll stop and bring you up so that you can talk. So, but right now I'm just flowing, man. All right. I didn't even make my captain's mods. Hold up. I'm just flowing. Y'all can always add on if you up here. Clubhouse these days is a wilderness.
Yeah, yes, it is.
What happened to Clubhouse?
Yeah.
What is niggas talking about on this app now? Ross, Clyde, Monty, Man. What is they talking about? Did the clouds, was the angels inside the cloud? Did the Lord, did Satan live in the earth crust? What are we talking about?
Nothing.
The Nephilim are under the mountains, brother.
Yeah.
What?
The mountains is the Nephilim.
Israelite,
They arguing over that.
Israelite debate, is pork the other white meat? What? What are we doing, y'all?
What?
I'm being facetious. What are we doing, man? Meaningful conversations dying down, brothers, because you want that participation trophy.
Madness.
After all the work we put in on Clubhouse, it should be too much going on.
Yeah.
But it ain't like that. Y'all just want to, everything is smoke, man. I want to see smoke.
Smoke.
Where's the smoke? So now we stuck talking to Mario all day.
Right.
This
The
idiot.
worst.
He's famous for being folly. Hey, it's true. But you know why it's like that? Lack of participation. Not participation in their own truth. You know what I mean? Israelites got questions. I know y'all got questions because y'all emailing. But are you raising your hand on that Clubhouse stage to ask it? Are you coming on Friday class to ask your questions?
Right.
The hell? Philippians 3, man.
14.
Philippians is good, actually. The whole book. It's a lot of wisdom here. A lot of people like to use Philippians to prove that we don't have to keep the law based on something that Paul said, and I should go into that because we're here. Start at Philippians 3 and read verse 5 just to make a point, because I do. While we're here, we might as well explain this. Go ahead.
God. This is the book of Philippians, chapter 3 and verse 5. Circumcised the 8th day of the stock of Israel, of the tribe of Benjamin, and Hebrew of the Hebrews, as touching the law, of Pharisee.
That's Paul. That's who he is. Go ahead.
Concerning zeal, persecuted the church.
He was there when Stephen was killed, and he would have whipped your back for going off. Go ahead.
Touching the righteousness which is in the law, blameless.
Did Paul keep the commandments?
Yes, sir.
Read on.
But in what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Christ. Yea, doubtless, and I counted all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Christ Jesus my Lord, from whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but done, that I may win Christ.
Christians teach that this means Paul thinks knowing he's an Israelite is doo-doo.
Yeah, they teach that.
That's not what this means. It doesn't mean that in the slightest. How can being circumcised on the 8th day and being an Israelite from the tribe of Benjamin and being a Hebrew who kept the law be doo-doo?
It don't make no sense, because if you really understand what he's saying, the next verse kind of lines everything up.
Explain.
Read the next verse.
Verse 9, and be found in him, not having my own righteousness, which is of the law, but that which is through the faith of Christ, the righteousness which is of God by faith.
See, because Paul just explained to you how he was finding his own righteousness by persecuting the church, by boasting about being circumcised, but he didn't have no faith.
Mm-hmm.
He was telling you what his own righteousness was.
Verse 12 too.
And also, the things that he counted dung were the things that he gained.
Right.
And what did he gain? He didn't gain a nationality. He already had that.
He was a Pharisee, so he had some type of power.
What he gained was power and recognition,
Right.
and clout.
People know who I am.
And I keep the law, and I have a reputation amongst the people. I'm well regarded.
Even when
that's what he's talking about.
Even when he came into Christ, and Christ sent the man to come and work with Paul because he was blind.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you want me to go deal with him, this guy who been doing this and all that with the church? Because Paul was known for doing all that stuff.
He had a great reputation. He was famous in Israel, and he said that's doo-doo. The knowledge of Christ is better.
Right.
He wasn't saying being an Israelite is doo-doo, and that's how Christians try to teach that, which makes no sense because Paul boasts on being an Israelite in many places.
Right.
And then they get confounded and then they want to argue. Go ahead.
In many places.
In many places.
When you read on into the chapter, you see that he was telling the brothers in Philippi that I'm on the same level as you because I'm seeking after that which is before me, which is Christ.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to obtain that which is given to you, right? Verse 13.
Nope, not yet. Oh, because we're going to break that down. Read on.
Come. Verse 10.
And then when we get there, you can do it.
That I may know him and the power of his resurrection and the fellowship of his sufferings, being made conformable unto his death.
Come on.
If by any means I might attain unto the resurrection of the dead.
See, all of this is about getting the kingdom.
Right.
That's all this is about. I want to get the kingdom. Okay? That's it.
Right.
I can't get the kingdom without Christ.
Right.
So all of the notoriety and fame and respect and experiences I got from being a Pharisee of Pharisees in this world, that's nothing. That's done.
Right.
Because the kingdom is way better than that.
Right.
That glory is nothing.
Right.
It's corruptible crown.
Right.
What I want is the incorruptible crown.
Right.
Read on.
Not as though I had already attained, either were already perfect, but I follow after, if that I may apprehend that for which also I am apprehended of Christ Jesus.
Now, this ain't no other writer say the same thing,
Right.
and then we can get the simple version.
Right.
So now it requires a breakdown. Listen, he's not acting like he's already got the kingdom.
Right.
Some of you brothers join the camp. I'm good.
Right.
No, don't act as if you have already attained or that you're already made perfect.
Right.
Behave as someone who's trying to improve.
Right.
Right?
Right.
I hope that I can apprehend the blessings that come with being with Christ. And I hope that he apprehends me.
Right.
Because I can't make myself of that number.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be selected.
Right.
Read on.
Brethren, I count not myself to have apprehended, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which are behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before.
The hell with the past, man. That's over.
Right.
That was yesterday. Yesterday's a long time ago. And guess what? You cannot recall yesterday. It's gone.
Right.
You'll never get it. There's nothing you can do. And the angel of Wariala asked you that. Can you call a day that has already passed back? And Ezra ain't know what to say. Because you can't. You might know him as Uriel, but in the Hebrew it would be a Wariala, light of God. Right? Break down 13. You wanted to do it.
God. Paul's basically letting you know that all those things that I had obtained in this world, amongst my nation, the notoriety, right? Being a master, a doctor of the law, it means nothing because those things that's being taught to you right now had to be taught to me, right? I had to learn the mysteries of the kingdom, right? I had to learn those things. I had to be taught by Christ. And the point of his burial and resurrection was to bring me into this, was to make me reborn, so that I may be planted in Christ, I may rise up with him. Mm-hmm. So if that salvation didn't pertain to me, right? If all these things before is what qualified me for the kingdom, then Christ's sacrifice meant nothing. So the same sacrifice that was made for you was also made for me. So these things I can't boast in, right? Because we're all made new creatures under Christ.
What does he mean? I count not myself to have apprehended. What does that mean?
I didn't count myself to have obtained the kingdom, to obtain those things that Christ promised to us, because I'm still striving for those things, right? I'm in this race like you.
That's the point. I'm in this race like you, and I haven't won yet. And I'm not gonna quit before the finish line. Read the next verse.
Well, Salaki, I was gonna actually ask a question. So in saying that, or really make a statement, now it makes sense when Christ says those who endure to the end will be saved.
Yeah.
The Bible doesn't teach that you already received the kingdom. Even Paul didn't say that. He said, I'm still.
Hey, that's a cut. Paul is not saying I'm already saved.
I'm already saved, like our Christian brothers.
So that requires a breakdown. Go back to our class. What does it mean to be saved? That's a Friday class. Y'all could go watch. All right. Read on.
Verse 14. I press toward the mark for the prize of the high calling of God in Christ Jesus.
I press towards it. I'm fighting for that prize. I'm pressing towards the mark. I'm pushing for this thing, man. I'm in the dog pile. I want the ball. It's a fumble. I need that. Right? There's not a lot of time left in the game. We down by 1. I gotta get this offensive rebound. They cannot get this ball. So we jumping for this rock, man. It's tipping it 4 or 5 times. I don't care. I'm not tired. Whoever quit in that moment? Oh man, I jumped 3 times already, man. You get it, man. It's your ball. Hell no.
The game's on the line.
We diving into the stands for this. We're gonna jump ball this because we going to the floor. I'm not letting go. We doing jump ball this.
We might
No, we might scrap. Right?
Right.
Look what he says next. Read.
Verse 15. Let us therefore, as many as be perfect, be thus.
Who is he talking to?
He's talking to those who are doctors in the law.
Wait, who is he directing this statement towards? To who? As many as be what?
As be perfect.
So there was perfect people during Paul's day?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
What does it mean to be perfect? It was people that was keeping the law, and Paul said he did it.
Blameless.
So, but I thought we don't need to keep that law.
Who said that?
Well, what is Paul about to say then? Read it again.
Let us therefore, as many as be perfect, be thus minded. And if in anything ye be otherwise minded, God shall reveal even this unto you.
So even those that are of us that are perfect, let us still think we have not already obtained.
Right.
Keep pushing.
Right.
Right? Hold on. Read on.
Nevertheless, whereto we have already attained
perfection,
let us walk by the same rule. Let us mind the same thing.
Oh, no, we don't. So don't put the law down. We don't got to do that no more. Don't do the feast days. That's a shadow of things to come. We don't do that anymore.
No, keep the law.
No, he said walk by the same rules. Keep doing that.
By the same rules.
That's in the New Testament telling you continue to keep the commandments.
That's right.
It's there.
That's there.
Yeah.
And that law, don't even try it. With the righteousness which is found in the law, blame it. I dare them to say that's only talking about the law of Christ. Don't even try it.
What? That wouldn't even make sense.
Because he criticized the same law later, saying that would be seeking your own righteousness. But then he goes on to say later, but if you do live your life that way, keep doing that.
Yeah, keep going.
What Christian is going to break this down another way?
There's no way you can break this.
It is no way to attack Philippians 3 another way. Don't even try that, man.
The whole point of that teaching is to follow Christ. Like
while continuing to do that.
Stay in the law.
Right.
Did we read that together?
We've seen that.
Every time on Friday we learn something, man. Them brothers in camps might know something.
Right.
Read Hebrews 12 and 1.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 12 and verse 1.
This man looking at Philippians.
I'm comparing it with Ephesians 4.
If you find something, bring it out.
Wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witness, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. Looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God.
I mean, sometimes you just want to like break down every verse, but I'm just listening. This is powerful, right?
Right.
Come on.
For consider him that endured such contradiction of sinners against himself, lest ye be weary and faint in your mind.
Lest ye be what?
Weary and faint in your mind.
See, that's what's that. Y'all getting weary, man. Yeah, you tired of being obedient to your husband. You tired of being obedient to your leader. Leaders, you tired of being obedient to Christ. But you getting weary.
It's weary.
You getting faint in your hands, man. For what?
Right.
Read on.
Ye have not yet resisted unto blood, striving against sin.
You haven't resisted till your life was almost put in peril to avoid sin. Come on.
And ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. My son, despise not thou the chastising of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked of him.
You cannot faint when the Lord rebukes you, and rebuke is not good. Yahweh is not good. My son, thou art wicked, wicked, wicked. Right? The rebuke from the Lord is going to come from his teachers that he gave you.
No, that's crazy.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Ephesians 4 is a cut too.
Go ahead.
God.
Well, let's finish with this.
For whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth,
Mm-hmm.
and scourgeth every son whom he receiveth. If ye endure chastening,
Chastening.
If ye endure chastening, God dealeth with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chasteneth not?
Yeah, if I don't correct you, I don't care if you're wrong. I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. No son of mine.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
So would it be wise in this, like when I read this, would it be wise to ask Yahweh to chastise you? Like at any point in your life, like Yahweh, like deal with me as a son, like chastise me.
He don't need you to ask him to do it.
You
don't want that.
Right.
You want to do what's right. All right.
If anything, as you're going through chastening, thank the Most High for chastening you, because it's an opportunity for. And I heard you say this one day. It's an opportunity for you to jump at, to show the Most High, yo, I'm not finna fall at this.
Right.
Like that's how I be looking at it now. When chastisement come, oh, this is my chance. Extra credit
To serve the Most High. I'm not gonna get faint. I'm not gonna quit.
Right.
Put it back on the screen, man. You right there.
Yeah.
But then you got chastised. You went off. Then you got chastised.
You are patient.
Rib is not cooperating. Then you got chastised. My husband not talking to me the right way. He's being evil. While I'm trying to serve the Lord, my husband's being evil. I'm gonna leave him. That's fainting for you, sisters.
Right.
I'm gonna leave them.
Yeah.
Sisters got so many options. It's just so easy to say, I'm just gonna leave.
Sin is at
It's a nigga out there right now. Welcome you with open arms. You just left your husband. I don't care.
Of course. Yes.
To the left.
Oh.
Come on, be with me, woman. Right?
Right.
Woman convinced herself she don't need no man just to get away from a man. Right? You fainting. You kids. Yo, you can either have all your bills paid, clothes on your back, 3 meals, more than that, snacks, Wi-Fi, cable,
hot water,
Video games,
hot water, clothes, and love. You can have all that, or you can say, I don't want to obey my parents. The hell with that. I want to smoke weed with my friends and I want to hang out all night. You fainted.
Yeah.
Isaiah said it. He said the youth are at the corners, they fainted. Right? They at the corner in nets, like a bull in a net.
That's crazy.
The youth have fainted, something to that effect.
Okay.
Y'all gave up because you couldn't endure a righteous household.
Right.
So now you chose the streets and you misled now.
Now the system raised you.
That's why I made you cut Trinity.
Y'all quitting too soon.
Mm.
When staying in that household would have gave you all the opportunity and the head start you needed in life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's what to do when you faint. Go to Isaiah 40. And go to verse 26 and remember something. Remember something about the God that you serve. You don't serve the Most High for nothing. His arm is not too short that it cannot save.
Right.
You quit. You quitting before you give the Most High a chance to save you.
Mm.
Most High do things in His time.
Right.
Go to the last verse of Ecclesiasticus. Hold on, man. Y'all some ungrateful servants, man.
Yeah.
The Lord said, I'm going to pay you when I pay you. And you know what you told him? I'm tired of waiting.
Mm.
So the Lord's a liar? He's not going to give you what he promised? We don't think about it like that.
Right.
The Lord said, I'm going to pay you when I'm going to pay you. And you said, I'm tired of waiting for this.
And was still paying you the whole time.
I don't care. He didn't pay me what I wanted. That's the way we are.
That's crazy.
Have then you trusted on the Lord and
Been
failed?
disappointed and been confounded? Ever?
Sorry.
But the Lord said, I'm going to pay you. You said, I'm tired of waiting. Now you fainted, man. You see what Sirach said?
God.
Hold on. We're going to read Isaiah first and hold that.
Okay.
Isaiah 40 and 26. Who got it?
I got it.
Count them in.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 40 and verse 26.
God.
Lift up your eyes on high, and behold, who hath created these things that bringeth out their hosts by number?
Yeah.
He calleth them all by names, by the greatness of his might. For that he is strong in power, not one faileth. Why sayest thou, O Jacob, and speakest, O Israel, my way is hid from the Lord, and my judgment is passed over from my God?
Some of y'all think what I'm doing, the Most High never going to see that. I'm going to get away with this.
Mm.
You fainted, man, because you forgot the God you serve. You got weak. You got tired.
Right.
And you quit before the race was over. You didn't run to win. You wanted that participation trophy. Then you just said, the hell with it.
Yeah.
I was in it. I needed water. And you sat on the side. You fainted. You got weary. Read on.
Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard that the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary?
Mm.
There is no searching of his understanding.
Supercut for the Muslims that say, why your God got to rest.
Right.
Yeah.
Read that again.
Hast thou not known? Hast thou not heard?
Ishmael has heard, but
Right.
he ain't hear this.
You didn't hear that.
Go ahead.
That the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth, fainteth not, neither is weary. There is no searching of his understanding.
Lord don't get tired. He don't get tired.
That's right.
That's not even what the Sabbath is about. You don't understand.
Mm.
When it says the Lord rested from all his work, it means he stopped.
Right.
He see,
And
he
then he
see.
says the Lord made it for you.
Right.
You understand?
Come on.
Well, you're the God must take a nap. You don't understand.
Right.
Have you not heard?
Right.
Our Lord fainteth not, neither does he get weary.
Right.
No, you're not doing your job. You haven't heard.
Read on.
He giveth power to the faint.
So when you that close to getting your goal, when you that close and you feel like, man, I'm about to go back to the old me, or I gotta turn back to my drugs and alcohol to get by. You fainted. I don't like the way the situation is going. So, people will say this in a heartbeat. I know I'm not supposed to do this, but I'll just deal with the Most High.
Whoa.
Sounds terrible.
You're
You're
crazy.
wild.
Hebrews 10 and 31.
Niggas don't say that.
You become mad.
Stop. Niggas don't say that.
They say that.
Sisters don't be saying that.
Definitely.
Well, hey, I don't like it, so I'm just gonna deal with the Lord.
Yeah.
What?
Let the Most High deal with it.
You fainted. You got weak in your running. Read it again, all right?
God. He giveth power to the faint, and to them that have no might, he increaseth strength.
There you go. That's who you're supposed to turn to. You're supposed to turn to the Most High. You're supposed to run to him. You're not supposed to run away from him. Who you running to? Satan?
Right.
He's waiting for you. Satan is right there like, yeah, come home.
Come to the back.
You was never supposed to be with them anyway.
Yeah.
Your whole purpose was to bring that sister that was your friend into the truth. It wasn't never for you. You were supposed to be with me. It's crazy.
That's cold.
Dang.
That's cold.
And didn't Paul say that? I hope that he doesn't make me a castaway.
Yeah. But that's scary, bro. You could.
Hey,
That's scary.
you better listen to these scriptures. Read on.
Even the youth shall faint and be weary, and the young men shall utterly fall.
Guess what, sis? Your husband is going to make a mistake. Guess what, bruh? Your wife is going to give into her feminine nature, and she's going to falter and go out of the spirit, bruh. So now you're gonna cast her aside. The hell with this woman. Sister, you just gonna leave your man? I just let the Lord. I don't care. I'm not doing this. Children, you just left the house. You sleeping on. You went from your own bedroom, your name on the damn wall, your own. Some of these houses in Georgia is crazy. I come from the hood. Our house is small.
Huge.
I came down here. I thought everybody's house was a mansion. I did. When I moved down here, I thought everybody's house was a mansion because our houses was small. Right? We got one bathroom in the whole crib. Right? We got a basement, but it ain't finished. It's dank. It's damp. Thick air down there. It's below ground. You know what I'm saying? Backyard is backyard. The front yard is no further than your steps. You feel me?
Right.
That ain't even no front yard. People done threw bottles in it. I came down here. I said, "Damn, y'all living." Anybody in the South, right? Some of you kids had. I would come and see how y'all was living, and y'all hate y'all parents, and I would be like, "Huh, for real?"
Got 2 different game stations.
Like, what the hell? You got your own bathroom? Little things. Y'all fainted. Now y'all sleeping on your friend's couch because you don't want to be obedient to your parents because you trying to tattoo your damn neck.
That's mad.
Because daddy said you can't have that hairstyle and you want to do it so bad because everybody in the school got it. Because you want to sag your damn, you want to wear the tightest pants possible and sag them at your thighs. And your father ain't with it. So now you sleeping on your homeboy's couch in a trap spot. Stupid. You fainted. You couldn't endure to see the diamonds at the end of listening to your father's lessons. And now you a bumite. Read on.
God. But they that wait upon the Lord,
They that rush the Most High.
they that wait upon the Lord,
Come on.
shall renew their strength.
Shall do what?
Shall renew their strength.
You gonna be back, baby. I know it's rough right now. I know you sad right now. I know it look bleak right now. But what's the purpose of faith? You stop, you quit right before the reward, but somebody behind you digging, and they're gonna get it, and they're gonna get your reward and theirs. Most High got treasures stored up. You might as well give it to somebody. Read it again.
But they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their
Go to Luke
strength.
12 and 32.
They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary, and they shall walk and not faint.
What do we call this truth? We call it the walk.
Right.
But you're going to not what? You're not going to faint when you're with the Lord, man.
That's right.
But you got to endure because on the other side of that chastening, on the other side of that endurance is your diamonds. That's your kingdom. That's your work. You quitting, but you almost there.
Right.
So SOT came to tell you, don't quit. You almost there. Read that. Last verse of Sirach.
This is book of Sirach, chapter 51 and verse 30. Work your work betimes.
Work your work constantly.
And in his time, he will give you your reward.
And when the Most High see fit, he gonna bless you, bro. And they gonna be on your clock. Paul taught us through Timothy that many of us, if we get what we want, is gonna make us go off. We're gonna fall into many hurtful lusts because we got riches too soon, or we got success too soon, or we got this or that too soon. It wasn't the right time. So we went off. So work your work betimes, and in his time, Yahweh gonna give you your reward. Are you gonna get the reward?
Yes.
Did it say you gonna get it?
God.
So wait. What about kids? Look how absurd it is to us how kids cry when you tell them, yo, we're gonna eat when we get to the house.
We're 10 minutes down the street.
I'm hungry now. Like he's in the back kicking, and to you, it's like, I'll slap five. What is wrong with you? Right?
Right.
It don't make no sense. You in the ride to get on the ride at the park, but he's crying because of the line. And you like, just wait. We gonna get there.
We in the park.
Because you can see that.
Right.
Y'all got the vision.
Right.
They don't have a vision. They babes. A lot of y'all don't have a vision.
Mm.
So you quitting, not being able to see over the tall grass, and there's the diamonds. There's the land of milk and honey right there. Right? Stop acting like the Most High don't want you to have it. Read what you got. The Most High definitely wants you to have it. Watch, read.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 12 and verse 32. Fear not, little flock, for it is your Father's good pleasure to give you the kingdom.
The Most High would prefer to give you the kingdom. He wants you to have it.
Right.
So just because you can't see, you ever see the kid crying because he thought he ain't get nothing, he ain't get no gift, and he moping all day. Hey, you just look, I've done got you that. You didn't even know the bicycle in the garage, stupid. You thought I didn't get it for you. Now look how you, I'm just gonna see how you gonna act. The test, and you moping. Come on, eat. I'm hungry.
Take out the trash. Go
I don't
Yeah.
wanna. Leave me alone. Acting like that, right?
Right.
You done got the bike. It's right there.
Right.
And you just observe it. That's Yahweh with us.
Right.
I'm about to give you everlasting life and threefold what you desired. Because you had the decency to serve me. And now look at you. You fainted on me.
Right.
Look, oh, you don't want to go to camp. No, you don't want to keep my commandments. You'll just deal with me now, huh? Wow. You know, imagine how the Most High feel. And Yahweh and the Most High ain't funny.
It's not at all.
He told Moses, move, I'm gonna kill these niggas. And I'll make a better nation out of you. And you don't think he meant that?
Oh, no, he's serious.
Would that definitely have happened?
Yes.
So Yahweh is not he's not the homie. Don't play with him. It's Christ who's really you need. And then how is Yahweh? Yahweh is like, why you acting like that?
Right.
What's wrong with you? You're making me look stupid.
It's like the big brother, like,
You embarrassing,
damn,
bro.
bro, chill out.
Exactly.
Just shut up.
That's a good way to. That's exactly the way to look at it.
Right.
Because the Lord wants you to have the reward. Be worthy of the reward.
Right.
That's what I'm asking you. So act right without seeing the reward. Feel me?
Yeah.
Right.
Without knowing when it's gonna come. Do the right thing. With that, don't quit too soon, man. All right? Don't give up before you get your reward. That's what we're asking you tonight. All right, everybody understand?
Come.
All right, so I'm gonna yield right there, and then we'll turn it over for questions, or if brothers want to add on to the lesson on the different platforms, the floor is now open.
That's crazy. That's the last verse. It's all right.
That's the last verse of Sirach.
Do the work.
That's the wisest thing he said. Do the work all the time, and then in the Most High's time, he gonna bless you. So if nobody got anything to add on, and we got no questions from the call, we're gonna look on the YouTube. I don't see no questions. I see people just into the lesson.
Yeah.
It's like it, Adawan. It's a good lesson.
Yeah. Great lesson.
All right, Khan Tawada, thank you. Somebody said Salakia.
Yeah, Khan Adawan. This was an excellent lesson. And it just, as always, not to faint. But that's Sirach, chapter 2. I get it. It's Sirach chapter 2 and verse 2. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble. Cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. And that's the thing. A lot of brothers, brothers, sisters start going through something, and they, forget it. I'm just gonna dip. I can't take this no more. It was easier for me before I came into the truth. I ain't started having all these problems until I came into the truth. But the Bible just said, hey, you got to set your mind, and understand and know that hard times is gonna come, and you go get tested. And you can't start acting a fool. You can't start cutting up, Because I mean, that was a great analogy that you just pulled out, or that you just said about, you know, when the kid they got something, their parent got something for them, but the kid don't know, and they just acting out, and the parent just watching.
Yeah.
Look at them. See there. Look at that, and the kid don't know. You know, and we that was a perfect analogy, because we that same way. We got so much waiting for us. We say eyes haven't seen, ears haven't heard. We got the kingdom waiting for us. But niggas don't want to act right.
God,
Right.
bring it out. Bring it out.
Kind. That's it. I don't want. I'm gonna yield on that.
All praises. Anybody else? La'a,
Got a precept.
get your precepts now. We're going, and after that, we're gonna pray and shut it down.
It's the book of
All
Psalms,
praises, man.
chapter 18 and verse 30. As for God, his way is perfect. The word of the Lord is tried. He is a buckler to all those that trust in him. So the Most High's word is tried, man, throughout the times. It's always withstood the test of time, right? So why wouldn't you trust in something that is has been battle tested and proven?
That's right.
Lucky.
All right.
Go ahead.
Precept is Luke 9:62. And Jesus said unto him, no man, having put his hand to the plow and looking back, is fit for the kingdom of God. So yeah, that's what we've been talking about, that enduring, that not losing patience. And though you may not see the reward, you got to keep your hand on the plow, because you know it's coming. Because you're going to look at your forefathers that came of old, and have any of them trusted in God and was confounded?
Never.
Never, not once. So you got to put your hand to the plow and continue to do the work. But you looking back, missing your old life, you wasn't fit for the kingdom. You know, you can't look. You got to always, like we said about Moses, his eyes were straight. You got your eyes always have to be straight ahead.
Moses, like, we're going this way.
Yeah.
Cross-eyed.
Single eye. That's
If the eye be single.
eye be single. Christ taught that in Matthew chapter 6.
Sister said, can sisters ask questions? Yes, you can. Just write your question in the chat. We ain't got no questions on the call and no questions on the clubhouse. So YouTube, you got it. A brother named Joshua English Short says, what does love your enemies mean? When Yahushua was teaching in the book of Matthew
Matthew chapter 5.
to love your enemies, he was talking to an audience of Israelites. It is a sin to hold a grudge against your fellow Israelite. So guess what? If you're in sin, the wages of sin is death. A lot of the Israelites felt like, I can dislike my fellow Israelite and hate them in my heart, but I just don't do anything to them, and that the Most High is still dealing with me. But Christ taught against that. If you go to Matthew 5 and read verse 23, I want you to understand it. Read that.
This book of Matthew chapter 5 and verse 23. Therefore, if thou bring thy gift to the altar, and there rememberest that thy brother hath aught against thee, leave there thy gift before the altar, and go thy way. First be reconciled to thy brother, and then come and offer thy gift.
Reconciliation is a reaffirmation of the friendship. So you have to reconcile with your brother before you come to the Most High. And some of y'all just still don't believe it. Christ can't even convince you to reconcile with that person that you have an issue with. You just don't believe. You still think the Most High is going to receive you and your prayers when you're unwilling to make peace with your neighbor. You still believe that. All SOTs, lessons, and feast days, we go into this.
Yeah.
Forgiveness. And y'all mock me. Some of y'all mock me like, bro, you always talking about forgiveness. I ain't gotta like them. People mock me, but I'll be like, yo,
That's wicked.
You better learn this lesson.
Right.
For the Most High break you, and then you have weeping and gnashing of teeth. I did everything. Why? Did you forgive them? Oh, come on. Nope. Bye. Shalom. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Because that's what gnashing of the teeth is just extreme disappointment, you know. So why disappoint yourself? Be the bigger person, forgive, make peace. And if they too stupid to figure it out, at least you forgave them and was willing and left the door open for them to walk through when they was mature enough and ready. All right. That's what love your enemies means. It means forgive those who hurt you and despitefully use you. Does it mean love your enemies of the other nations? No. You are not commanded to do that. You are nowhere commanded in the Bible to love the heathen. Nope. What they've done is they've taught Christ's teachings as if they were those laws.
Right.
Christ would have sinned if he added to the law.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna say something. Christ cannot add to the law. Some
That's right.
Baptists, Catholics, all mad at me right now. He's God. He can do whatever he wants. Like, you don't understand.
Yeah.
It's a sin to add to the law.
Right.
We got a video coming out. First, we got to do a video called "That's Not Sound Doctrine." That's a camp that you got to see.
Yeah.
But we got a video coming out explaining to you that to teach certain things is a sin because you teaching things by adding to the law.
Yeah.
That's right.
Certain rules and stipulations you placing on the people as a requirement for you to even do that is a sin because you add into the law. Somebody gonna say, well, how come you say in your camp you can't smoke weed and get high? Where it say in the Bible I can't get high and smoke my weed? I don't listen, brother. To be in my camp, you can't do that.
Right.
What you do outside my camp, that's you.
Right.
But if you want to be with Sons of Thunder, you got to put the blunt down and you got to get away from getting high. You got to be sober-minded because we teaching fiends to stop.
Right.
And here it is, you getting high. You're a hypocrite and the Most High going to remove his spirit. And I'm not going to let you tear down what we trying to do. All right. I think I covered all the bases right there.
Salaki.
All right, go ahead.
And just in case if the brother was also asking or people are asking, well, what separates that enemy? What does enemy mean when he's saying that? When you read on just in Matthew chapter 5, he's describing to you what an enemy is, right? This is Matthew chapter 5. I'm gonna start verse 43. Ye have heard that it hath been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven, for he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. So he's describing to you your neighbors that despitefully use you, that hate you, and that curse you, right? And then we have an example in 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 29, right? It says, and Saul was yet the more afraid of David, and Saul became David's enemy continually. So was Saul of the tribe of Benjamin?
Yeah.
David of the tribe of Judah?
Yeah.
These are Israelites indeed.
Yeah.
It called Saul David's enemy. But what did David continue to do?
Show mercy.
Show the mercy and love.
That was the spirit of the law. That is the spirit of the law that Christ is teaching right here in Matthew chapter 5. So we're through the elders and like the teachers at that time, or the Pharisees at that time. It was many doctrines of man being taught and pushed, but that's why Christ had to be sent to teach Israel the laws. This is the reason why the Most High gave you this law, right? So that's what's being taught. That's who your enemy is in Matthew chapter 5 being described.
The water. Sister Jean said, if I let go of the hurt in my heart, do I still have to talk to the other person about it and give them a chance to make things right with me and the Most High? It doesn't work like that. All you have to do is be willing to forgive. See, if somebody's doing you foul, I'm not telling you to go in their face so they could continue to do you foul. I'm saying forgive that person. The onus is on the person who's doing what's foul is to ask for your forgiveness. And the Bible say that. Go to Matthew. Let me see if I can find it.
It's in verse, I'm in chapter 5. Still.
Chapter 6. Luke 17:3. I might have not wanted Luke, but that's what came up. Because I don't know the verse. I do know the account. That might be Matthew bring him before the church and all of that. But that might be Luke's account. Matthew 18, right?
Yeah.
But read Luke though. Let's see what how Luke says it.
It's the book of Luke, chapter 17 and verse 3. Take heed to yourselves. If thy brother trespass against thee, rebuke him. And if he repent,
And if he what?
If he repent,
Then what?
forgive him.
See, you're not sorry if you don't repent. This is not a sorry. Yeah, I know I did something wrong, but it was because I don't like you. And it was because of what you did to me, which is why I did something wrong to you. So I'm sorry that I had to do what I had to do because you made me mad.
Wow.
No.
Ain't it?
Sorry is no matter what happened, I shouldn't have done that to you. And I'm sorry. And I'm not going to do that again. That's repentance. And somebody that say that to you deserve to be forgiven.
Yeah.
See how they have to take accountability, acknowledge their offense, and then they get forgiven.
Right.
All you have to do is be willing to forgive. You understand, Gene? Somebody in the clubhouse said Danny has a question, but ain't nobody in the clubhouse got their hand raised. So we just moving right along. Of course, y'all brothers on stage, if y'all want to speak, y'all got it.
It's like
That
the other teaching you're looking for is in Matthew chapter 18, starting at verse
is 5.
15 on down.
How does Matthew say it? Bring them to the church and then bring it out. That go right to the point.
This is the book of Matthew chapter 18 and verse 15. Moreover, if thy brother shall trespass against thee, go and tell him his fault between thee and him alone.
Yeah.
If he shall hear thee, thou hast gained thy brother.
Yeah, that's the point. That's reconciliation.
Right.
We supposed to be brothers. It's not supposed to be just an act. Right?
Right.
Yo, leadership is hard. Yo, when you teaching, people be second guessing your teaching, like you only teaching that so it can benefit you. There's something going on with you. There's a reason that you're teaching this right now. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it gets awkward, but these are lessons that have to be taught.
Yeah.
And the reason you can say that is because it's relevant, because it happens to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
So you're gonna do that with every teacher?
It happens, bro.
That's weird.
Read on.
Verse 16. But if he will not hear thee, then take with thee one or two more.
Now, if that person is not going to hear you, like, nah, no, F that. Nah, you did this, bippity bip. If you look how much effort you putting into to get your friend back.
Right.
Your brother in Christ back.
Right.
Read on.
That in the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, every word may be established.
Uh-huh.
And if he shall neglect to hear them.
Now, this person don't want to listen to no reason. They got to be right. F how you feel. Only person feelings matters is mine. Read on.
Tell it unto the church.
Now, this is when you come to counsel.
That's right.
Like, yo, sit and accept counsel. Counselors of the Lord. There's safety in the multitude of counselors. Let's talk about this. Read.
But if he neglect to hear the church.
I don't give a damn what the counselor said. I'm doing this.
Let him be unto thee as an heathen man and a publican.
And now I got to part ways with you. I can't deal with you. I have to move on with my life, and I can't deal with you.
I cannot sup with thee.
But look how much work you put in before you came to that conclusion. It wasn't just, oh no, they said something foul, and I texted them, and I ain't like what they said, and then I had seen them that one day, and they rolled their eyes. Nah, F out of here. No, somebody don't like that. Somebody hates that. Yeah. I gotta try harder to be a brother. No, you know what I'm saying? Rage quit the call. No, you gotta put that effort in. Israel, nobody likes you.
Nobody.
You are a nation not desired. God tells us we have to gather together. All right, that's what we got to do. All right, and when I teach you, I teach myself. All right, it don't get just. I'm not just telling you I got to live by this.
Imagine what Moses was dealing with.
Oh my God, those heathens. All right. So I think. Hey, go ahead.
We got a sister that raised her hand on the clubhouse. I don't know if she got a question, but I'll let her on stage.
Go ahead, sis.
Shalom.
What's going on?
My question is, like, okay, Danny down there, Danny in the garden, he had a question.
Who?
And I have the same question. Okay, when you're sleeping, when I was sleeping, something got on me and choked me. What is it? I know it's a demon, but what do I do? Because, like, when I plead the name of the Most High, it'll go away.
Of course.
But I did that, and then it came back. So it happened to me 3 times in my room. But I haven't had it in a while, though.
So
in a few weeks.
You go to Job. You know what I want.
Yeah.
All right. The sleep paralysis demon. Is it a black figure, like a big black figure? It has no form.
Let me open my eyes. It won't. It keeps me like I'm paralyzed. Like I can't open my eyelids.
Yeah, that's just you having a waking dream. You conscious, you having a lucid dream.
Yeah.
You're awake, but you're actually asleep. So that's why your body's not moving. It appears like you paralyzed, but you're asleep. Your mind wants your body to move, but you're actually asleep. You're not awake yet.
Yeah.
You're still in a dream
Yeah.
state. You're still in a dream state. Me, when I had the we in our camp, we have a term for it.
Yeah.
The black figure dream.
Yeah.
It's an entity in the room with you.
Yeah.
You're too scared to even look at it, but you know it's right there. And it feels like it felt like the weight of a car was sitting on my chest and it's pushing me through the bed, right? But I haven't had that dream. I haven't had that dream in many years. I haven't had that dream in many years. But all that is a lucid dream. And guess what? We all say, you be trying to say the Lord's name and you be like, you can't, you sleep. You're not awake. You trying to say the Lord. She understand. You trying to say the Lord's name, but the reason you can't even say it is because you're not awake. So you're actually in real life trying to talk while being asleep.
Yep.
And the illusion is that you paralyzed, right? You just sleep.
Okay.
But when you say the Lord's name, when you manage to get it out, what happens? Dream over.
No, but I get it out in my mind, you know, and I be trying to fight it in my mind.
Well, I'm gonna give you some scriptures. Go to Proverbs 18 and 10. This is why most of y'all doing this. When y'all had the sleep paralysis dream, and if you have the wherewithal to say the name Yahweh, you didn't say Jesus. You ain't say Yah-O. What?
Yo, crazy.
You said Yahweh and that dream stopped.
Right.
Here's why. Proverbs 18:10. Here's why.
Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 10. The name of the Lord is a strong tower.
Say what?
The name of the Lord is a strong tower.
Come on.
The righteous runneth into it and is safe.
The name of the Lord is powerful, man. I had a dream.
What verse is that?
Proverbs 18 and verse 10. I had one of those dreams. I was on a boat with it. Out in the water, sitting on the boat, and it's rowing the boat, and I'm on the boat, and I'm scared. I can't even look at it, bro. I got the tears. I'm looking this way. I know it's right there. You ever see the alien when the thing stick the extra mouth out and she's looking the other way? I'll be feeling like that because I'm so scared of it, right? But say the name of the Lord, boom, I'm in my bed. I'm good. Oh. The Wadi house, Salakia house. You know what I mean?
I mean, everybody's scared. What if you're not scared and you're trying to fight it?
Hey, you're gonna have you don't because you don't understand what's happening. It ain't nothing to fight. You ain't fighting no demon. The Lord fights demons, but first you got to understand what's happening to you. Read Job, call it and read it.
This is the book of Job, chapter 4 and verse 15.
This is what's happening to you.
Fear came upon me.
It's fear. That's why you paralyzed with fear.
I'm sorry, verse 13.
Go ahead.
And thoughts from the visions of the night, when deep sleep falleth on men.
Call it again.
This is the book of Job, chapter 4 and verse 13.
Go ahead.
And thoughts from the visions of the night, when deep sleep falleth on men, fear came upon me, and trembling, which made all my bones to shake. Then a spirit passed before my face.
Then a what?
A spirit passed before my face.
That's that black figure, man. That's that entity that's in the room with you.
Yeah, I saw it.
The one I be seeing is bigger than the whole room. He got to crouch over, and his back is on the ceiling because he's so tall.
I saw it. Awake.
You seen it?
Awake.
Brother, you don't want to see that. Read it again.
Then a spirit passed before my face. The hair of my flesh stood up.
That's where you get the hair on the back of my neck. Still, that come from the Bible. Go ahead.
It stood still, but I could not discern the form thereof.
That's why it's a black figure, because you can't make that out. is just a representation of fear.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
An image was before mine eyes. There was silence, and I heard a voice saying,
Now, mine don't talk. Read this.
shall mortal man be more just than God? Shall a man be more pure than his maker?
Come on.
Behold, he put no trust in his servants, and his angels he charged with folly.
So what's happening to you is you're being reminded that you can die.
Right.
You are mortal.
Right.
Your life hangs in the balance, baby.
Right.
I can take it or give it. You ain't safe, in
Right.
other words.
Right.
So it's really a message from the Lord to remind you, and that it should motivate you to get back into your studies, to examine yourself. Have I been playing with the Lord? Have I been taking something for granted when it comes to Yahweh? Have I been getting over? And it's designed to correct you. And all praise to the Most High. I haven't had that dream in years, man. But I don't never want to hear that thing talk. I had it.
It's a humbling demon.
It's a humbling demon, boys. You try to lift your fingers don't move.
Right.
What'd you say, Eliel?
No, I was telling her you don't want to fight that. You know what I'm saying? It's something sent to humble you. If you're fighting it, that means you probably like you keep getting a dream because you ain't got the lesson yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Behind why you keep getting it.
Salaki.
Yeah.
It took me one time, and it was like me first coming into the truth, doing my studies heavily. I'm getting understanding. I'm like, oh, I understand that precept, breaking it down. And then Most High sent that, and it was like, you understand at that moment without even saying words.
You can die.
You understand, like, yo, you want to serve me? All right, you straight away, I'll kill you.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
So it's like, bro, like you take this serious now. You're marked.
So there's no backsliding, because that thing ain't come to talk to you. It came to take you, right?
Right.
And you helpless.
It has one job.
You helpless.
Most High held it back.
And that's the way it manifests.
My grandma go across the room.
Say what, sister?
My grandma is dead. What if I saw her going across my room?
That-
into the kitchen?
That's
Really the
passing
spirit.
by?
that's we don't teach ghosts.
Right.
That's Satan.
Yeah, you got it.
Your grandmother is at rest and she's in the spirit world with the Lord, and she's in her right mind too. Let's get that in Ecclesiastes.
She
No,
did witchcraft.
no, listen to what I just said.
Mhm.
Your grandmother is gone. She's in the spirit world and she's in her right mind there. The Most High has made her aware there. Why? Because all the mortal thoughts are gone.
Right.
Read this. Read that. Ecclesiastes. You know what I want.
Oh,
Chapter
Spirit
2.
go back to the Lord
Yeah,
which gave it.
12 and 7.
Read that.
it's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 7.
Come on.
Then shall the dust return to the earth
Uh-huh.
as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it.
Now, no, it goes to hell.
And the spirit shall return unto God who gave it.
She did witchcraft, so she's going to the seventh circle of hell.
And the spirit shall return unto God who gave it.
See, that's what happens. Now, if the spirit returns to the Most High, there's no folly with the Lord. You're going to be in your right. You're going to realize. And whether the Lord have you in what state, the Bible don't elaborate. Go to Sirach 17:1. So right now what's happening is you being tormented by spirits.
Yeah.
So we're gonna show you what to do to get rid of them, and it's so simple.
Right.
And that's what's crazy. This truth is entry level easy.
Right.
The Lord gave you an open book test. Hey sis, listen. Mute your mic real quick because you got a little feedback. The Lord gave you an open book test.
Right.
Here's death. Here's life. Choose life. Right?
Right.
Here's how you choose life.
And here's how. That's it.
Right.
It's us that make it hard, but our disobedience and our self-willed nature.
Right.
Read that.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 17 and verse 1.
What the Lord say through Sirach?
The Lord created man of the earth and turned him into it again. He gave them few days and a short time, and power also over the things therein.
Come on.
He endowed them with strength by themselves and made them according to his image,
And what did he do?
and put the fear of man upon all flesh, and gave him dominion over beasts and fowls.
Come on.
They received the use of the 5 operations of the Lord.
This is spiritual. The Lord gave us 5 operations. Go ahead.
And in the sixth place, he imparted them understanding.
Your sixth sense is understanding.
Damn, some people ain't even got that.
And some people don't even have that.
Right.
That's heavy.
Touch, taste, sight, smell, hearing, and understand. That's the sixth sense.
Yeah.
Wait, there's a seventh sense. Read on.
Khan. In the sixth place, imparted them understanding. And in the seventh, speech, an interpreter of the cogitations thereof.
And being able to explain the understanding, being able to verbalize it is the seventh ability.
That's great.
Read it.
Count.
Verse 6.
Counsel and a tongue and eyes, ears and a heart gave he them to understand.
Read.
Withal, he filled them with the knowledge of understanding
And
and showed them good and evil.
he showed. Now look, your senses is going to activate your sixth and seventh sense. The one is understanding, and the seventh being able to explain the understanding, to make an interpretation of it. But the Lord is going to show you good and evil, but you got to understand. So if you seeing your grandma, one thing you got to say is it's wicked to fear anything but Yahweh.
Right.
That's the first thing you should do. I'm in
I'm
here.
not scared of it.
I'm in here seeing a spirit, wondering and worried about it. That nope.
God.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And I just carried on with my day. Nope.
Right.
I didn't pay that no mind.
Right.
See what I'm saying? The sister says she's not scared of it, but she's wondering about it. It's on her mind.
Yeah.
Right? But if you want, if it's Satan that's around, and we got this Friday lesson.
Right.
What is an exorcism? You can watch that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Go back in the archives and just look at Sabbath class. What is an exorcism?
Yeah.
But the Lord said, this is how you get.
What's wrong with me?
Just listen, sister. We giving you the answer. I want you to just calm your spirit and accept what I'm saying right now. I understand you. So read that in James chapter 4. This is how you get rid of Satan. All of that foolishness that comes with the trickery and all of the fear that comes along with it. This is how you banish it.
It's the book of James, chapter 4 and verse 7. Submit yourselves, therefore, to God.
What did the Lord say?
Submit yourselves, therefore, to God.
Submit to God. Now, Muslims say that anybody that submit to God is a Muslim. That's Islam.
Mm-hmm.
Which God you submitting to?
Right.
Because the God of this Bible gave you laws.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
So to submit to him, you got to do what?
Keep the
Keep
law.
the laws.
Follow the law.
So let's rewrite this. Keep the commandments of God. Read on.
Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
By keeping the commandments, you resist the devil, and he has to run away. Because like we started this lesson, he not looking for a difficult fight.
Right.
He looking for somebody that's lukewarm. That's by the wayside. That doesn't have a root within them. That's who he's gonna. I'm gonna show you a vision of your grandmother. Just bug you out. Oh, now
I've
let's.
been seeing spirits since I was a little girl.
Yup, and you need to stop. You need to stop seeing them by keeping the commandments. Go to the feast day.
Right.
Learn the Hebrew prayers. Petition your God. Right?
Right.
So this is your first step. You want class? That's good.
Yeah.
You asking questions? That's good.
Yep.
Now buy the whole field. Right?
Huh.
You got the jewel. Now buy the, you found one jewel. Oh, clubhouse class. That's interesting. Now buy the whole field. Now, when y'all do y'all new moon, Monday is new moon. Right?
Right.
Right.
Oh, y'all did tabernacles.
Right.
Next time tabernacles come around, I'm out there in the tent. Right?
Mhm.
Y'all did Day of Atonement. Psh, I ain't eating or drinking nothing. I'm doing that with y'all. That builds up spiritual currency with the Lord.
Cleanse yourself.
I did both already.
I hear you, sis. So that's building up spiritual currency with the Lord. And then you should see what? Satan flee from you.
Yep.
Right?
Huh.
Losing all that superstition, all of that worry, because you're absorbing yourself in this truth, right?
That's
And
right.
you examining yourself daily to say, well, I did the tabernacles. I was out there in the tent, but did I do the tabernacles?
Right.
Mhm.
There you go.
The brother just told me, get them Hebrew prayers in you. Maybe I got to get with a body that's doing that. The brother just told me, absorb myself in his truth. He just told me he got a class on spiritual exorcism. Now tomorrow I'm going to make the time to sit and watch that that lesson. I'm going to be into this thing. Say, what happened, Doc?
I said I just pinned it at the top. It's at the top of the screen so she can find it.
Okay, all praises. Thank you, Tawada Elio.
I appreciate it.
Of course, and we love you, sis. So we want you to absorb yourself in these things, and we want that to stop tormenting you and stressing you. Go ahead, Doc.
Hey, Khan, you guys can hear me clearly?
Yeah, we're gonna take you'll be the last question we take, and then we're gonna pray. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. I'm actually the brother that the sister was referring to earlier regarding that question. I'm new to Clubhouse, so I'm still learning how to navigate, so forgive me.
Mm-hmm.
So my question more specifically, to piggyback off the sister, was, is that an experience that only Israelites deal with? The issue with paranormal activity or supernatural visitation, the whispering in the ears, the mounting on the chest, the sleep, the immobilization of the body, or is that something that all nations experience at one point or another? I want to know if that's a way that you can tell that you're an Israelite.
Nah, Satan attacks everybody. Yeah. All right, this earth is his playground. He's the prince of the power of the air on this side, according to the New Testament. So this is his spiritual playground of wickedness. He possesses people. You can see Esau, Satan is his right hand.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they petitioning him. They drawing pentagrams on the floor and playing with incantations and worshiping him. And guess what? Oh, of course, it's his good pleasure to appear to them and talk to them and lead them into their eventual destruction, because that's all he's designed to do, is to tempt you and lead you away from God to your destruction. And they was made for destruction, right? If you look in the scriptures, the other nations seen the spirits. They seen the dreadful horsemen of fire in the book of Maccabees, and they died of fear.
Yeah, right.
They were so scared of it, they died.
The Egyptians.
Even I was about to say,
go ahead.
The Egyptians, when they was experiencing the plagues and the plague of darkness, and they was so scared of the darkness. It was so dark that they were scared. They was hearing things in there and all that. I think you could read that in Judith.
Nebuchadnezzar saw the hand.
Writing on the wall.
Yep.
Song of Solomon, Slack, and not Judith.
And Slakia, that one. And that is important to understand, that the Most High does all things in general. So the Most High will allow a spirit of destruction to destroy you because you're going off, or he'll allow some type of strange imagination to overtake your mind, because that's your judgment. So he's created spirits for judgment and for and to terrorize and to do all those things, and for vengeance. So you need to make sure first and foremost that you're on the side of the Most High. That's the whole point, right? Cleanse your ways, cleanse your hands, and draw nigh to the Most High, and he shall draw nigh unto you, and you'll be safe from those things.
Sure, the spirit can happen on anything. We see how shall I put the spirit in damn pigs.
Right.
Can be on anything.
So hopefully that answers your question, brother. Derek.
Definitely crystal clear, brother. I appreciate that time and edification.
All praises, man. Brother Dietrich, you got a question? I since that was quick, Dietrich, you'll be the last one, and then we're gonna pray. Go ahead, Doc. Dietrich going once on the Clubhouse. Dietrich going twice. What's up, bro? Come a little closer to the phone. Yeah, we hear you out. Yeah.
We hear you out.
Yahweh Hashem Yahshua Barakatah.
You got to turn it down and turn the class down in the background. You got to turn the class down in the background.
Yeah, pause the class.
I go now. I'll sound now.
Good.
Good.
Okay. Okay. Now, I had a question about the ghost also, but being that we have the class pin up top, I'm just going to go ahead and give. And if anything, just revisit this next week.
All right. That was it?
I'll land with that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was it.
All right. All right. So with that, we the Sons of Thunder. All right. We every Sabbath class we send up some Hebrew prayers. So this is a good place to start. The number is at the bottom of the screen on the YouTube right now. Just call in. Make sure your phone is on mute. We have Captain Yaiquab out in Florida. We have him lead us in the Hebrew prayer, the Lord's Prayer in the Paleo Hebrew. All right. It's an enjoyable experience. If you've never done it before, we invite you to send up the Lord's Prayer with us tonight. Just call in and make sure your phone is on mute. All right. So we the Sons of Thunder, it's our heart's prayer and desire for Israel that they might be saved. Khan. Kum Yashala. Shalom.
Shalom.
And see y'all at camp tomorrow. All praises to the Most High. Peace and safety to all the brothers and sisters out there trying to keep the commandments. Remember, don't quit. Don't quit. You're almost there.